She's a riveted still.
There she is. There she is.
Welcome to Jill's.
Can I offer you some tea?
Good tea. Nice house.
Would you make me some of that lo-make soup? Greetings and felicitations.
Isn't that hot?
Extremely.
Greetings and felicitations.
And if you can't believe it, it's a Friday once again.
The Golden Man!
You must be mistaken, sir. The gentleman and I have never met. Whee!
Hello and welcome to Lo-Make Tea Time number 136. We're going to talk to you today about Robot Jox. I want to say Robot Jox because that's what they wanted to call it apparently. But then RoboCop came out and they didn't want to get sued, so they put the T on there and said, "Hey guys, the T is supposed to be silent." And
even throughout the movie, they call them Robos and Robo Jocks. They don't use the hard T.
Yes, that's why. It's just like when I review UFO, I call it UFO, even though the entire world says UFO. The show says UFO, and here they don't say Robot Jocks in the movie. They say Robo Jocks, and that's why my instinct is to go the way that they say it in the movie. And anyway, this movie's about the idea of what if we had World War III and there was global thermonuclear war, and we decided to outlaw war and replace it with giant manned robot gladiator competitions.
It's a delightful post-apocalypse. I want to be there.
It's such a silly concept, but I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Gavin Blackburn, hello.
Hey, Gavin.
And Kimberly.
Hey, Kim.
Jet Sparks says, I vaguely remember seeing this movie. My dad showed it to me. Jet Sparks, after watching this movie, I thought, I wish I would have seen this when I was 9 years old instead of right now. I would have been thrilled. Well, I like it now, but...
Achilles! Yeah, no, I did. I did see this on VHS with my friends, and that is exactly what we yelled every time that we had some sort of faux defeat, whether it be Connect 4 or Hungry Hungry Hippos or something like that. And then if we lost, it would be like, Achilles! And it was so fun. And so I haven't seen this movie since it was on VHS. Saw it once, loved it. Always, whenever I pass over it in a video store, and I'm like, Robot Jox, but it's a really expensive physical release. And so I've never picked it up, but now that I watched it again today for the first time this century, it is such,
wow.
It is absolutely refreshing and amazing. Simple story, great characters. Love it. Love it. Intrigue, world building, great score. I know it's got like a 5.5 on IMDb. I don't know what it's got on the tomato meter, but this is like a 7 for me. This is like a 7.5.
Yeah, 7 sounds about right. Maybe more of a 6 for me, but it seemed, if you're just glancing at it, it just seems like a stupid robot movie with nothing, just action happening. But if you're actually listening to the dialogue, there are actual themes and actual setups and payoffs in terms of what they're going through, and we'll talk about some of those. Not Z3PO says, miss the David Lynch weather forecast.
And ZT, and it's fun because he did it throughout the lockdowns, and so if you're a fan of David Lynch, you can probably find your birthday.
Oh wow. So
Still on his YouTube channel. Gone but not forgotten. Long, and it was just his birthday. It was just his birthday this past Tuesday, I believe.
right, this is true. So for Robot Jox, though, it's also Star Trek Enterprise episode because we've got Gary Graham and Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah. Well, and
So-
the studio, you just mentioned the studio because we were talking about possibly showing some clips, and then it's like, well, we don't want to get copyright struck, and it's like, well, everybody involved in this is bankrupt, so we have no idea who would copyright strike.
It would
this
be
particular
interesting.
Stream.
It'll be interesting just to see who does claim me. Let's see.
Yeah. But yeah.
We just got, there's not a lot, for a movie called Robot Jox, there's not a ton of robot jockeying happening. But
Well, yeah.
there's some. So
No.
I'll play 8 seconds now. Let's see how this works.
All right. No sound though.
Can't hear it.
Pew pew pew.
That's the problem, is that I want to keep watching it.
Yeah. Oh, it's one of those classic films where 90 minutes and out. Let's tell this story and get out of here.
That is good. I did like that it wasn't too long. It doesn't overstay its welcome. As soon as you're sick of it, it's over.
And there's so much heavy lifting done by the production design, like those posters that are like prenatal, and everyone's wearing a mask because of the nuclear fallout, but they never really expressly say it. There's the part. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Don't let the air in.
Don't let the air in. Yeah, we're having real meat for dinner tonight.
That's like me when I'm telling my kids, close the door, you're gonna let the flies in. But this is just the air.
Well, and see, it's funny. You're going into a cold snap in your neck of the woods. I'm currently living on Hoth, but what we say is, don't let the heat out. Don't let the cold air. Don't let the air conditioning out. And so it's funny where it's like, don't let the irradiated fallout come into our shitty apartment.
Yeah, well, shitty apartment. Well, and I almost thought this was going to be a shitty movie the way it looked, and then I was like, oh no, you know what? This is fun.
Is this the first time you've seen it?
Yeah, yesterday was the very first time I ever saw it.
Nice.
And even though I say I wanted to see this when I was 9, I guess maybe that one scene with the carnage at the during in the stands, that might have been too much, but we'll get into that when we get into the movie.
Yes.
And the plot is not complicated whatsoever, but it's just enticing enough. And it's not as shallow as it looks. That's what I got to tell you about Robot Jox. Stuart Gordon says this is supposed to be the Iliad with giant robots. The only way this is the Iliad is the freaking names is Achilles and Athena and Alexander. Well, he's not
Alexander,
called.
yeah. He doesn't have
all
a
the
call sign.
names.
He's just Alexander.
Yeah. Anyway. This movie was first released on November 21st, 1990. I think it was actually finished. Principal photography was finished early, but they didn't get around to actually releasing it because of all the problems. The screenplay was by Joe Hadelman, and he wasn't too happy with the result. He said, "It's as if I had a child who started out well and then sustained brain damage."
Well, with the director and the writer, they were at odds because I think there's an interview where the writer says, "I want to make a movie for adults that kids can enjoy," and the director said, "Yeah, but I want to make a movie for kids that adults can enjoy," and that's where their disagreement sort of stemmed.
Kind of feel for Hadelman. I wish I could see the more sci-fi one, the one with more accurate physics and that could still be fun. It could still be, you could still add some nice stuff in it.
We're gonna get to accurate physics when we get into space, if you can believe it.
Oh, yes, I can believe it. I know exactly what you're talking about. I was surprised to see that, but let's save it.
Yeah.
Old Man Bird said, well, neither of us are going to forget it. Least number of folks ever in a Jill stream. They must be with Penny at the grocery store. Well, yeah, because you can't let Penny climb the shelves. You got to get the stuff down for her.
Well, and also now's a good point to say, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell people about this. See if they're fans of Robot Jox. Jill is the only one who says Robo Jox because I go by the title accuracy. But yeah, and so if you are here on the live, thank you so much. Feel free to tell us your opinions on Robot Jox or Robo Jox. And but if you're here on the rerun, don't forget to leave a comment down below and tell us if you or when you first saw Robot Jox.
Well, you go by title accuracy. I go by dialogue accuracy.
See? And usually you're the marketing person.
True. So nonetheless, though, he did really a good job finishing the script. He even talked to the actors and everything to write the final script. When I guess he finally gave up and decided he's going to help make the movie that Gordon wanted. And but he did say he wasn't going to go to Rome during Christmas because that was his family time. So he did it in New Year's.
Yeah, but the story of him going to Rome to do it, and he just basically with a manual typewriter retyped everything that he had already written and said, "Here's the new one," and they were like, "Perfect."
And of course, directed by Stuart Gordon. He said aside from the Iliad, the inspiration for Robot Jox came from the Japanese Transformers toy line. Apparently,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised it wasn't more like Robotech. Like Robotech was more of the pilot of the mech. And so, but I guess
like we need Theta Zord here or Theta of the Grid.
Yeah,
it would be good
or Donnie Ranger, like
Donnie Ranger.
This is kind of like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but then again, it's also kind of like Godzilla. It's like there's stuff here. I love it.
That's why I said I want. That's why I said I wanted
robots.
That's why I said I wanted to be 9 years old because this reminded me of Power Rangers too. So, but unfortunately, this thing did not make any money at all. It earned little more than $1 million, and it cost anywhere from $6.5 to $10 million to make it.
I would be surprised. I would be surprised to hear what the home video market did for this movie. Obviously, it still lives on. If people requested this, if I remember it, it lives on. And so
I think it did better in that market.
Mm-hmm.
I think I didn't find the numbers or anything, but I hear that there was more play. And so, oh yeah. And this, I don't know, I guess this movie tanked Empire Pictures because before it was even released, Empire Pictures went bankrupt, and this was the last movie they made. And we have a special effects artist, David W. Allen. And, who made the robots? You know what? Let's just play that video now. I wanted to play it.
Go to town.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to town. See if I can find it.
All right, make sure that you pack your bags before you go to town.
Yeah, I'll pack all my things.
Oh, speaking of robots, hi, Rachel.
Rachel's here.
Launches into space.
Oh no. Oops. Sorry about that. That's not right.
No. Spoilers, really.
Yeah. Spoiler. Yeah. See? You guys underestimating Robot Jox out there? Where are we?
And also, everyone's wearing a skin-tight onesie, and there is a distinct lack of athletic supporters for the men. A lot of moose knuckle.
I didn't know that's what it's called. I'm almost there. Thanks for that.
Hey, Joe's Atmosphere. What's going
Storyline,
on?
not the best physics.
Hello, Joe's Atmosphere. There is a video I wanted to play. I like this. I hope that props to
Props to
history.
history.
Props to history. Subscribe to this channel. It's really, really good.
Yes.
It was two huge robots fighting. And the storyline, it doesn't matter because of these. And these are two of the surviving examples, some of the larger puppets that were done. And these were designed by the legendary Ron Cobb, from the mastermind of sci-fi, the guy that pretty much created the look of science fiction, created the look of these robots. And these are absolutely wonderful. They're not restored. They're in the condition they were after production was done. Now, both of these puppets, one measuring 51 inches in height and the other one 55 inches in height, were intended for close-up shots, but they were also mechanical puppets. For the wider and dynamic motion shots, traditional 20-inch tall stop-action puppets were used. And various versions of the robots, whether they were the lower half or upper half or full size, were used for different effect shots, like this pyrotechnic shot taken from the original special effects reel. But these two boys, which are much larger than the rest of them, are rod and cable puppets, which were intended for in-camera motion, though it was somewhat limited. And as they were intended for close-up work as well, they were very highly detailed. The rod and cable system actually still exists, though I don't know if it works, and the folks at Prop Store weren't 100% sure. And as fragile as these guys are, we didn't want to test it.
Yeah, that's pretty much then he says more stuff, but that's the gist of the cool stuff he had to show us with those robots. I don't know who bought them. I don't know if he bought them. That part we don't see.
Usually when he's wearing the white gloves, it means it belongs to somebody else. But
Yeah,
I did...
and also why he didn't play with them.
Yeah, exactly, because that looks like something that you would want to, fool around with. But yeah, I did put the link to Props to History in the YouTube chat. And
Thank you.
so that is something that you should check out if you're a fan of seeing sort of golden physical special effects. He's great. He's a curator of one of the largest warehouses, I suppose, of props, and he's been cataloging and showing it off along the way on that channel. He hasn't, like you said, he hasn't posted in a little bit, but what he has is a treasure trove.
Very, very good. And JetSpark says, how Harryhausen.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. If you watch this movie, you definitely get that sense.
Or like Phil Tippett.
Never heard of those guys. Thanks. I'm glad I can show them to you.
I think they even do something on the Mythbusters. Who's the Adam Savage? On Adam Savage's channel, there's a long, sort of long form tour of the prop house.
Mm-hmm. Joe's Atmosphere says, prepping for Fern. We're expecting a quarter to a half inch of ice here in northern Louisiana. That's what disappoints me. When that one year that everybody got snow in Texas, well, we didn't. All we got was ice. We were just a popsicle city, and I was so disappointed to not get snow. So,
well, I live in the Great White North.
That's probably what's going to happen again.
So you sweet summer children, I apologize. It's going to get cold. And I hope everybody survives, because you guys don't have the infrastructure to clean it up.
Yeah, it is. It is rather tragic when people do not have the resources to survive the cold, and hopefully everybody gets warm, and hopefully they have centers set up for people to escape the cold when they otherwise don't have the means.
Well, and Canadian Spider-Man's pipes.
Mm-hmm.
I hope
I'm sure they'll survive. Oh, that's right. When it gets too cold, we have to drip the pipes at freezing because we cannot. JetSpark says Phil Tippett worked on films like RoboCop, Total Recall, and Starship Troopers with Paul Verhoeven.
True story.
And so he worked on this too, I think.
Well, and Phil Tippett was he was a big part of the original trilogy of Star Wars too.
Yes, that's great stuff.
But Phil Tippett has nothing to do with Robot Jox.
He doesn't.
I don't think so. Obviously, because of Mr. Cobb, they were colleagues.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Just checking. Okay, so I guess you're right. And we talked about that already, so I'm just going through my notes. So obviously the character of Achilles was written by the mythological warrior. I know that. Is that here? And of course, he dies after an arrow pierces his heel. We all know that too. The robot that Achilles pilots undergoes a similar kind of injury during the movie. We'll see later.
Yes.
And we can talk about the movie now. It wreaks havoc down here. My parents are from Maine and Massachusetts. I know what's up. Dangerous to drive in it down here. A little ice shuts everything down. Yeah, same here. Exact same thing here.
That's such a weird thing. And completely understandable. I just say strange because of the biosphere in which I inhabit. Is it biosphere? Weather sphere? Whatever. Is that we have salt trucks and snow plows and snow tires on all of our cars. And if you don't get this level on a consistent basis, there isn't that kind of infrastructure. And so, yeah, I would say stock up, stay home, stay safe and warm.
But I bought movies to go see Lord of the Rings. I got to go out there.
All right. Well, then you don't have skis, do you? Buy skis.
Okay. I will ski to the draft house. Okay. So, hey, can you read this?
Yes.
I have to.
Starring Gary Graham. All right. Is that who it's credited to? Man. All right. It is 50 years since the nuclear holocaust almost destroyed mankind. All war is now outlawed, and all territorial disputes between the two great alliances are settled by single combat. Here at the Confederation playing field in Siberia, a battle rages between two gigantic fighting machines, piloted by their nation's champions, the Robot Jox. Dun 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 dun.
It's such a funny premise. At one point, any country could decide, you know what? I don't like this anymore. Let's rebuild our forces and not tell the other guy we're doing it.
Well, but it's also they've got spies and whatever. Joe's atmosphere is taken off.
True.
Gotta go. Have a great stream, folks. Well, thanks, man.
Yes, and good luck preparing for the cold. Oh, and yeah. Hope it all goes well. I'm already stocked up. I'm good to go. Story by Stuart Gordon. Yeah. A screenplay by Joe Hanneman.
I love this. And it does. It throws you right in the middle of the world. It gives you that brief, and I'm glad it's not a text crawl. I'm glad it's a narration that is gone now. It's just like, here is where you are. This is how things work. And we join the Robot Jox in battle. And it's like, great, super. We're introduced to our adversary right off the hop. And yeah, a man who is beaten, who is yielding. And so we know the malice of Alexander.
Yeah, no compassion whatsoever.
Well, we're fighting for territory, yo. This is war.
But he already won, is what I'm saying. He doesn't have to kill him. He won the territory. He could just stop. But
okay.
He has to squish him under his foot for no reason.
Well, not for no reason. If you were driving
yes, it is for no reason.
An off-road vehicle, wouldn't you go off-road?
Well, can't he squish a tree or something? Does he have to squish a person?
It's kind of like the Conan of the Sitch. It's like destroy your enemies.
Yeah. He tells Achilles that he's next.
You going down, Achilles? So my Alexander impression is going to sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger the entire time.
That's okay.
Thanks.
I'm okay with this.
Especially during the battles when he gets injured, because it is classic Arnold Schwarzenegger screaming on Mars. And there he is, Gary Graham.
Yeah, Gary Graham.
He looks
plays,
so young.
Yeah, he does. He plays Achilles. His real name, Jim. And then we have my favorite character, Dr. Matsumoto.
Yeah.
Not here. Wait, that's Tex Conway.
Yeah.
That's not my favorite character.
And see, that's the thing. I was wondering why he wasn't played by someone else. And it does take stones to play that character. I don't want to spoil it.
Yes. My video did earlier already, but maybe nobody was listening.
No. Well, no, it's here. It's fine.
That's okay.
Welcome.
See, then can you spoil anything if nobody's listening?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it like a tree falling in the? Is it like a robot falling in Siberia?
Okay, we can't say nobody because Old Man Bird is here, Jet Sparks is here, and Max Redstone. Attention on deck. I have not watched Robot Jox. However, one of my thousands of latent personalities is Robo Jox. Robo Jox strap. Uh-oh.
The famous Robot Jox strap.
Very often, Max knows how to frighten me. MCT
Max
says,
is cool.
Too bad. I know, I'm just kidding.
All
I'm just
right.
playing around.
All right.
Too bad Halderman's Forever War has been stuck in development hell for 40 years. Don't think I'll ever see it.
Well, and that was something that was adapted to a stage play, oddly enough. But yeah, they've worked on it. I don't know. I've never read Forever War. It sounds like it goes on forever, and I feel like I'll be ripped off the same way as at the end of the Never-Ending Story.
I don't know, but I didn't really explain it, but basically there are only two superpowers left, America and Russia.
Yes.
The Confederation.
Yeah, the Confederation, and then America is called the Market, which is just great. It's like, communism versus capitalism in the center ring, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, in 1989, the Soviet Union was not completely broken up yet.
Sure.
It was on the road to being over.
Like the only thing that makes Rocky IV better than Robot Jox is the death of Apollo Creed. Obviously, another reference to myth.
And Achilles here has won his last 9 battles, and so he's training for the last one. He only needs to win 10, and then he gets to retire.
Well, and it kind of goes back to like the B-17 bomber runs, and it's like you have 25 missions and you're done. You don't have to fight anymore. You've done your job for king and country, and so I do like how there is a limit on how many battles there can be.
Yes, me too. That does make sense. Old Man Bird says, "Thank you, Jill and Scotty, for caring to do this work for members and fans. Oh, it's our pleasure."
Yeah. And also it's selfish as well, because I don't care. I love watching this movie, and I'm glad that Jill is introduced to it for the first time. Jill did all the work. I'm just here to say, woohoo.
I did. The other setup was that every single time you go out to battle, you set up a secret special weapon that nobody knows about, so that the other side won't be expecting it. But unfortunately, the last 9 times, the Confederation seemed to know what the secret weapon was, which is why they're complaining about spies. And so that's going to come back up later too.
Well, and that's also something that they do say the last 9 battles have been won by the Confederation. So like the for lack of a better term, the Soviets are winning. The communists are winning. this global domination war. And also, just to go away from the geopolitical nature of Robot Jox, it kind of paves the way to most mech video games in the future, where it's like, okay, you can trade out this weapon for this weapon, and then you install it, and then maybe this will help if you couldn't beat the last guy and you had to try it a couple of times. Like, this is... there is going to be a moment that comes up, and I'm going to be like, oh, so Marvel stole that idea.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, not stole, paid homage.
Oh, yeah, well, it depends on how you look at things. Did they give credit to Robot Jox in the credits of the Marvel movie? If
Does Quentin Tarantino give credit to the taking of Pelham 123 for Mr. Orange? No.
Oh, no? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, Achilles is fighting for the territory of Alaska, which is a huge one because of the resources.
Yes.
And
I wonder, they never really bring up Canadians in this. I'm wondering if North America is just part of the market. Probably just part of the market, but they do reference the United, not one mile of land will be taken, not from American soil. And so I feel like in this future, Canada is certainly a part of the United States.
yes, and for whatever reason, even though America keeps losing, they've not lost any of their original land yet.
Well, they've got the eye of the tiger.
So, and Tex wishes Achilles would fight in other matches so they could win. Oh, right. They're saving him they've got to save him for Alaska. And we find out Tex begins he's a bit of a chauvinist and
Tex? Not Tex.
Yeah. Yeah, they introduce his bigotry slowly because nobody's bothered when somebody says Eskimos. So then Achilles is reflecting on the very sad fact that he's the last one left in his team. So he just saw his last team member die, which gotta be bad. Gotta not feel good. Confirmed news. Confirmed news? There's news? Max Redstone, really? Last of Us director Peter Hort. Is that how you say his last name?
Sounds good.
Has founded Multitude Production to the creation of genre-based British IP, their biggest initial acquisition worldwide, rights to Blake 7. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Well,
more. Are you saying more remakes, Max?
some would say adaptations. I don't know. People seemed to like the first season of Last of Us, but people also seemed to like the first Last of Us video game. Very popular. Not my jam, but people liked it.
Well, until that little girl said, I'm going to be a father.
I don't know what you're talking
Was that the
about,
movie?
actually.
Was that a different show? I don't know.
I don't
Maybe that
know.
was a
I don't
different
know.
show.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Last of Us, so I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, me neither. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, whatever. I'm just paying attention to Max because he's here.
Sure.
I'm cautiously optimistic they have people from Doctor Who, the good ones, and they are shopping for someone who can actually fund the production this time. Oh, good. Okay. I hope then that'll be a good thing. So he's training.
Yes. Don't forget to put the slide
and
back.
the slides. Yeah, he's training, and you can see him. He can knock out several people at once. He's just showing off over here.
Well,
at the same time,
though, this is kind of like in Starship Troopers, where it's like, well, why don't we just shoot them? And then Clancy Brown, as the sergeant, Zim, throws the knife at the guy's hand, Jake Busey's hand, and he's like, Your enemy cannot pull a trigger if you disable their hand. And so we do establish right at the beginning, and it's like, no, he's like a ninja. He is well versed in hand-to-hand combat, which comes up later.
Yes, they set up him being a ninja, but also they show his compassion. When he's knocked someone to the ground, he checks that that person's okay. Although that kindness is not repaid because that same kid starts to just start fighting after Achilles starts taking off his gear because he didn't like losing.
And then we're introduced to the Tubies,
Yeah, these are the tubies.
the Teletubbies.
Yeah, apparently these are like the bottle they call them test tube babies, but those are actually gestated in a lady. So I don't know if these are
What do you mean?
because
What?
they say that these people have no mothers and no fathers. So if that's true, then these aren't really test tube babies. They're more like the bottle babies from Brave New World.
Yeah,
where
they're like Jem'Hadar.
Yeah, they're like born in a bottle instead of a person.
Mhm.
If they don't have a mother or a father. But obviously they have a father because there's a lady going around collecting samples later. So I'm a little confused at how these test tube babies are made.
Maybe they collect human ova.
Mm.
They gotta do it somehow, and then they genetically manipulate the results. Makes sense to me, and it does. The prejudice makes sense to me as well. It's like and even Achilles, Jim says he's like, can we skip the middleman and I just make a direct deposit? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, but that's directly to the love interest of the movie, Athena, and she does not appreciate that.
Well, of course she doesn't. She doesn't want to be identified as being some sort of receptacle.
That's right. She wants to be a champion.
She does. She's ambitious. She's oh my God, she's an augment. She's like Khan.
Yeah. Well, yeah. She's genetic. These test tube babies are genetically modified to be the perfect warriors.
Mm-hmm.
So this is true. And yeah, and he does realize one of the the tubies is an attractive lady, except for I guess her haircut, but that's fine.
But they all have the same haircut. That's what I thought was interesting. They are all like, you know how and maybe you don't, maybe the audience does, but in Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, all the Padawans, they established that they have that little braid behind their ear. All of the tubies have like itty bitty little ponytails in the back. And it's like, oh, okay. So that's shorthand so we can visually represent who's a tubie and who's a real person. Jet Sparks corrects me on my quote. The enemy cannot push a button if you disable his hand. Thank you, Jet Sparks. I appreciate
Nice. We are gonna review Starship Troopers ourselves one day. I've been to like 5 live streams reviewing that movie, and I've never made one of my own.
Well, I'm a big fan of Rue McClanahan, so Blanche is on the list.
Yes. So, and this is a line that's repeated throughout the movie, so I don't want to skip it. When they're fighting, Achilles says he gets attacked by one of the tubies after workout's already over, and he fights him and everything, and then he tells him the workout's over, and Tubby says it isn't over until one of us is defeated. And that is that's repeated a bunch here. So, but it sounds kind of corny, but really, when you hear it over and over again, it actually means something, especially at the end. So keep that one in mind. And he really, he sees her, he likes her, he's immediately in love with her, or at least in lust at the beginning.
Well, and I'm not 100% sure of the actress who plays Athena, but she's been in a lot.
Apparently, this is the only movie where she's you see her butt.
Okay.
Anne Marie Johnson.
And she's very prolific as a television actress. And so, I remember seeing her. I was like, oh, where did I know? And it's like, where do you know her from? Any television show. She has consistently worked through this, and it's absolutely fantastic. Apparently, there was friction on the set. Because Gary Graham is more of a conservative, and Athena is actress's name is more politically inclined as a liberal, and so they do have some chemistry. How do you feel about the chemistry between the two?
It is mild. I think
Yeah.
it's just right. I think it's actually just right for a genetically modified person who is focused
Yeah.
on victory, and victory is life. And
Yeah,
but
exactly.
but she still claims to be human, and so there's something there. There's still something there, but I can't tell that they hate each other.
No,
So
I
that's
can't
not
either.
bad.
It's called acting.
Yeah, it's called acting. They do it, and it works out. Yeah,
And there's Tex.
Anne Marie Johnson is her name. And I'm
I
looking.
will
You're
write
right.
that
She was in
down.
everything. Oh wow, lots of things. Oh well.
Well, but it's also it's interesting to hear about. Like again, I only know Gary Graham from Soval,
Me too.
and
Well,
I
now Robot
remember
Jox.
I remember seeing this when I first saw it. I was like, I don't like Achilles. I don't know. There's something about his face. And now, after so many years, I watch him again, and I'm like, hey, it's Gary Graham. I don't know
It's so
what it was.
interesting to
Well, it's
see
just yeah.
a Vulcan smile.
Yeah. I think he played someone else on Star Trek as well.
Oh, Gary Graham. Yeah, wasn't an alien with more makeup.
Yeah, he was all covered in latex.
Yeah, it's got to be something weird because I don't remember him. Well,
How do
you
you
want to find out?
Well, yeah.
We're here for
we
Gary
might as
Graham
well.
today.
Yeah, we are here for Gary Graham today. He can shred a mean guitar.
Yes, yes, he was the son of Kirk.
Which, for people who don't know, is the name of the band
Yes,
that he performed when Jill went to Star Trek Las Vegas.
yes, yes. He was anywhere he could. I'm sure he did that. Oh,
But
he was in video games too. Interesting.
Oh, of course. What a distinctive voice.
Hmm. Oh, he was on an episode of Star Trek Voyager. That's what it is. He
Oh,
played
is it?
something called Tanis in the episode Cold Fire.
Oh. Was he like one of the people with the phage?
No, he was actually he was in a compa. Oh,
He was in
wasn't.
Ocampa?
Yeah. No,
Huh.
he was very recognizable.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Yes.
It's been a while since I've done a Voyager rewatch. Oh, yeah. No, totally. There he is. Still a handsome fella.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't cover him up at all. Interesting. Okay. That'll be where we go with that.
And gentlemen, Jill, would you like to handle this? Because I think that this is not an argument.
Oh. I got a bad feeling in the back of my head. You're looking for an excuse to rip on something I may enjoy. Old Man Bird. I don't think that's ever Old Man Bird's objective.
No.
No.
Like, we really like you guys hanging out here. And if you guys want to have conversations or debates in the chat, I don't want to speak for Jill. It's not my channel. But no, I think everything here is in good faith. The question was, are there video games that you enjoyed?
Yeah, that was just a question.
It's not an attack.
He was just curious.
Trust me, I've been attacked, and that's not an attack.
Yeah. Old Man Bird is just a curious guy.
And Denise Richards is also.
Yeah, Denise Richards. Well,
I thought Christmas only comes twice a year.
Anyway, Tex, however, continues to be a chauvinist. He doesn't believe a lady could ever be a Jox, and he wonders. Of course, everybody seems to be prejudiced against the Tubies as well. So this is just the thing everybody accepts.
Like they even say it's like you're not even human. And they bring in a German doctor, which I think like that's a little bit of a stereotype as well. We need a geneticist. What should we get? Diminutive German woman. All right.
Professor Laplace. Or is it?
I don't care.
Mm.
We'll call her Dr. Ruth.
She's Well, she's collecting samples, so I'm okay with this. She's responsible for the growth and development of the test tube babies.
Yes.
And she doesn't like people calling them tubies. They're as human as either of you. Human beings genetically engineered to be the best fighters in history. And she insists that techs take the time to train them properly, and even Achilles thinks it's odd that these people don't have a mother or father. But obviously they have a father. We're collecting samples. I'm still confused. Tex doesn't want to feel like he's babysitting them, and then she argues that they have to have them brought up to fight because the Confederation has the same kind of people, genetically modified people too. So the US has to keep up.
Oh, and who's the guy in the back there? He's like the president?
Oh, Jameson. Yeah, Commissioner Jameson.
Commissioner, yes.
Is it Commissioner? And something. He's got some type of title.
Yes. He's the Prime Minister of Robots.
Yes. And well, and when she asks for a sample, Tech says, "You ain't using my DNA to make no tubies."
I wish Achilles had said something like, "I'm gonna need a bigger bottle."
Well, and so there's a note here. Oh yeah, you already said that, so we can skip that. It's about how they didn't get along in real life.
Yes.
And
but
we
again,
also
it's great that you don't really see that on screen. And when they aren't supposed to get along, you do feel it. Like it, yeah, I think you're right. It's not hot sauce for their chemistry. It's mild sauce for their chemistry.
Yeah. He's going to go buy her some ice cream.
Also, here's a stereotype. The Japanese guy, he's an origami specialist.
Yeah, but you know what? Japanese people do like to make origami. Not all of them, obviously, but it does come from that nation. And I used to go to a restaurant that I still do. It's called Origami. It's a Japanese restaurant, and they make the best sushi in town.
Well, and also you find out a little bit more of the affinity between Dr. Matsumoto and Achilles, because in the robot, he's got all the little origamis on his dashboard.
Yeah, he just litters the robot with origami everywhere.
So there is a
really
relationship between Achilles and Matsumoto.
Mm-hmm. But don't worry, nobody's a replicant. Nobody gets it. There's no unicorn origamis.
Well, technically, the tubies,
well,
they're kind
human.
of replicants.
They're human.
Well, according to Elton Tyrell, more human than human. That is our motto.
Oh no, I started this.
Well, no, they started it. The movie started it.
Perhaps they needed to cast ambassador to Robitussin. An ambassador to Robitussin. Oh, okay.
I haven't coughed once. Oh, Robot? What am I accentuating here? Robot or Tussin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and
okay,
here,
so
just before we move on, because I do want to move on, but JetSpark says, I'm sorry, just every single time I hear the word Last of Us, I automatically get flashbacks to some morons that wouldn't shut up about saying that game was like the second coming of Jesus. Yeah, I get triggered too, man. It's no biggie. Just, we're here to have fun. No one's fighting with nobody until we start. And then you have to get into a robot suit, and then I get into a robot suit, and we go to Arizona. Anyway.
Well, I've never played Last of Us, so I don't even have an opinion on that.
I don't know. Apparently there are mushroom people.
Yeah, from what I hear, it's a on-the-rails story game. I like story games.
Me too.
But I don't know. All the new team members need to leave. They need to learn, not to leave. They need to learn what it is to be a robot jock, and they find out that it's more than just them controlling the robot. They've got to work together with the control room, the market, to succeed.
Oh my God, Jill.
Or they may lose.
All the Tubies are going to Starfleet Academy, but for Robot Jox.
Yeah, I know. You said we shouldn't talk about that,
That's
but
true. That's so true. I have to go to the washroom.
it
You
is
continue on
Friday
with the
though.
story for a second. It
It
is
is
Friday.
Friday though, and Filthy
If
Friday.
anyway,
It's just that I can't believe we disagree on this. It's not good.
I'm doing it out of spite in a bouncy castle with a bunch of bows and arrows that have suction
Well,
cups on
see,
the tips.
we have bouncy castles in this century, but they don't have bouncy castles in that century. So when Robert Picardo says that line, it's not contextually relevant to anybody on that ship.
I was disappointed. Anyway, we're not talking about that here. We're talking about Robot Jox.
Yes, you're right. Jedi Master 2022 versus Scotty R37. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna not finish that.
What? No, this movie was way before Pacific Rim, the robo fighting movies. Well, no, but that's fair. That's fair. I do think again. I think that this is something where I think that this borrowed from Mech Warrior. I think that this borrowed from Transformers, as mentioned by the creators, and I do think that Pacific Rim borrowed from this. But whereas this movie is about humans versus humans and giant robots, the reason that the whatever they were called, the mechs in Pacific Rim, I forget what they were, the Jaegers in Pacific Rim, they were made to defend against the kaiju who were coming out of the center of the earth, if I remember correctly. I like the fact that in Robo Jox, they were fighting each other, and then it was like, oh my no, there's giant monsters coming out of the Pacific Ocean. And so I think that that's interesting as opposed to just like, oh, we had to build giant robots. I think that that's lazy, and we will get to the potential sequel later on down the road. But no, I'm on Jedi Master's side. I think that this is definitely a precursor.
Yeah, you made me think of the potential sequel too, which would be fun.
Yeah.
But that never happened.
No.
And hello to
here.
Brogu.
But anyway, I'm going to water closet.
Yeah, I thought you were going. Yeah. So Athena's very, very curious about Tex's final victory and how that all worked out. She says, in your last battle, Vasilev fight, you were clearly overmatched. The one perfectly placed laser blast turned the tide in your favor. And so he was just says he's basically lucky, and it was just a lucky shot. And Dr. Matsumoto backs him up and says chance is always a factor. Experience is essential, but luck is also important. And I like this because this is actually a very good setup that will be paid off later. So it's also something to remember. And also it sets up Athena as someone who not only trains physically, but also tries to attain all the knowledge that she can that could help her win. She's curious and eager to learn. And Achilles, meanwhile, is on his way to fight Alexander to see which country gets to have Alaska, because that's how territories are distributed. It's so goofy, but I love it. They need to check the Waldo interface checks. This whole calibration scene, I like the calibration scene because it feels like me when I'm trying to calibrate my joystick to play on a computer game or on a console on the computer. So to make sure that it doesn't drift or act funny. Oh wait, here we are. Wait, there's Jeffrey Combs. So yeah, hello Jeffrey Combs. And we cut to Alexander doing some trash talking, saying he's already killed Achilles in his mind, I guess. Yep. Yeah, he does that. And I suppose some people don't have TVs at home in this future because a lot of them are outside together watching TV. And everyone's wearing a mask like it's COVID, but it's not because of that. It's because it's only 50 years after the bombs dropped. So it's 50 years after World War III. And so I guess some of the effects of the atmosphere that got changed from the bombs or all the nuclear weapons are still affecting the atmosphere. So everybody wears masks. And so Jeffrey Combs is playing a citizen here watching the fight. And he thinks that he's pretty sure that Achilles has a chance. And he's going to kill that con-fed. So instead of calling them commies, they call them con-feds. And the other guy says, I don't know, Alexander looks pretty tough. And Jeffrey Hunter says, hey, whose side are you on here? They don't really have actual names, except for their actor names. And Old Man Bird likes when Grogu says, this is the way, sometimes before you leave a stream. Yes, I like that too. He's got a phrase. Then on TV, the announcer talks about the new weapon that will help Achilles win. And then we see people bet on the fight. So you can actually bet on these events, even though the fate of the nations are imbalanced. But hey, it's always a fun time to bet on stuff. So the more things change, the more they stay the same, even in the future. Post-apocalyptic dystopia. Or is it still a dystopia.
It's totally. Well, yeah. I would say it's dystopic.
Yeah. So as as Achilles approaches the robot, he's receiving support and encouragement. Of course, there's your Jeffrey Combs if you didn't see him.
How could I not?
There he is.
Well, and see, that's it kind of, again, through dialogue, they sort of build the world. Like, if you were against the Confederation, living in the Confederation, you'd probably be shot. But if you live in the market, you can bet against your guy.
Yeah, the worst you'll get is, hey, whose side are you on anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you get a little ribbing. That's the worst you get.
There's no secret police. There's no nothing. Everybody's allowed to do whatever they want because what else? Also, well, they don't get to do whatever they want, but we'll get there when we get there.
Mm-hmm. And then of course we get while Achilles is approaching his robot, they say, instead of saying good luck, everybody tells him crash and burn,
which I think is really weird.
Well, but it's like break a leg.
Yeah, but it's also like crash and burn, which I assume is sort of like a wish for your opponent, but
no, it's like break a leg. You don't actually intend for somebody to break their leg. You just consider everybody keeps saying good luck is bad is if you say good luck, that's bad luck. It gives you bad luck. So don't say good luck. And when a performer goes on stage, you tell them to break a leg. Here, they're telling them to crash and burn. Of course, they don't really mean that. They want them to actually win. So they're saying the opposite of what they want.
Now, did you, and this may have just been my hang up, were you just constantly thinking of Crash Override from Hackers whenever they said that? Like, it was twofold. No. It was like, don't die. Crash and burn seems counterintuitive. And then also, I was thinking Crash Override from Hackers.
No, I didn't, but now I am.
Okay.
And everybody's excited because he's won every other time.
Well, 9 times.
9 times.
9?
Oh, and there's this one guy. Every time he gets into the cockpit, he pats his butt, or they do that in sports sometimes. This is remember this too. It's also set up and paid off later, and it's really funny. Achilles connects with the robot, and they call that a union.
And it's so quick. It's just like union complete, and it's all posture, and then lights turn on, and it's like, yep, we're good. All systems are go.
Well,
I
and then
love
here
the
we have
production
you.
design for this with the suits. Like, those are obviously real CRTs. There's no real green screen going on. It's practical.
So his family calls to wish them good luck, wish them good luck because they don't know. Just say crash and burn, I guess.
Well, I think that the children don't understand much the same way I don't.
Yes,
Why would-
Texas.
Why would we say crash and burn to our uncle, Papa? I don't know why everybody's turning into Greta Thunberg lately.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's set up by Tex here. He says that he's superstitious, so he believes it's bad luck to say good luck. Anyway, everybody has to clear the deck so he can rise on the big elevator up to the surface.
It's a Gundam. I have no experience with Gundam. So
Me
I just-
neither.
yeah.
This robot is called Matsumoto 14.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time they're in battle, of course, he has to rebuild the robot, so it gets a new version number, which makes sense. And the crowd are all excited.
Oh yeah.
I felt immediately that they shouldn't be there, but there they are.
Well, but it's kind of like NASCAR or F1 or something like that. If something bad goes happen, things can happen in the crowd.
Really? How many times have the crowd been murdered from a NASCAR race?
And like monster truck rallies, like accidents have happened.
I suppose. I don't know too much about that. I've never researched that kind of thing. Not that I want to know about that.
But it also sort of harkens back. Like, I remember, and I don't know how accurate this is, but I remember someone telling me it was like back in the day when there were battles between two armies, then there would be spectators because there was a specific formation, armies fought, and then that's it. But and that's all I know.
That's true. That's true. You're right. I have heard about that. People having freaking picnics watching a battle, and it was more than just the musicians. So that's weird.
Well, speaking of musicians, I really have to give it up. Sorry, guys. We'll edit that out.
Well,
give it up for Frederick Talgorn, who is the composer of this film. The score on this is so exciting and triumphant, and it builds tension. I really, really like the score to this film.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Old Man Bird asks in the chat, why are they wearing COVID masks? Well, they're not. They're wearing nuclear fallout painters masks because of the foul air. Don't let the air in.
Yeah, it's only 50 years past World War III, so I guess the air is still cleaning itself up. And Dr. Matsumoto tells him that he has a new weapons, and the wrist saw has been replaced by a fusion arc torch. Green lasers have been installed in the shoulder turrets. Fire with the pickle on the right arm, palm. Which I guess is just the controller. Little.
Oh, Max Redstone in the chat says tires and debris would regularly fly into the crowd from not only NASCAR, but IndyCar too. Barriers have been installed, car designs have improved, and danger remains. Well, if you're going to go see a bunch of giant robots.
Yeah,
However,
they did have to sign a waiver, so they did know it was going to be dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Again, that could be ideologically something as a detriment against the market as a nation or as a geopolitical giant, because they even regard the people who are coming to watch this stuff as being lesser. It was like, why would I save my... Anyway, let's get to the fight. Before the
That makes sense.
Before the fallout of the fight.
So, but I like the computer graphics. Those are always fun. Just showing him his new weapons. And now Achilles is freed to physically enter the battlefield because something was grappling onto his hips. And we're going to see that in just a second here. Can I go out now, Dad? It's really
Yeah, it's
cute.
so good.
There they are. See, there's things connected, and they will be disconnected. Look at that. Isn't that
Look at
fun?
that mechanical greatness. Although later on there is something that is questionable, but I'll let you know.
Yeah. Okay. So there are even more spectators out in the battlefield. It's just so odd. But I guess you mentioned it, NASCAR and all that.
See, and I was watching this, like when I watched it again today, and I see the treads, like the tank treads over his calves or the robot's calves, and I was like, those look like tank treads. Is that going to come back to do anything? Or is
Yes.
that like part of the hydraulics of how it moves? What is that about? And you do find out.
Yeah, you do find out they're not there to be pretty.
They're not aesthetic. Agreed.
And Alexander shoots first, Achilles responds in kind, and they both fire back and forth for a while. As they get closer together, Alex shoots a red laser, and Achilles is able to deflect it away. And the crowd eats it up. And then he tries to use his green laser, but Alexander is able to easily deflect them too. So it didn't work. Once again, the spies are at it. And so the new weapon.
I guess you do. But
There's
yeah.
what?
Well, there's spycraft involved in this technological arms race.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, there is. And this new weapon was supposed to throw him off guard, but it didn't work. And Tex laments the spies.
Yes. But I do like how both of the mechs have like distinct personalities, like the way that they interact with one another. It's like, oh, that's the bad one. That's King Ghidorah. And Godzilla's over here. Or that's Ultraman. And this is one of the, monkey suits. I love it. I love it. It's a lot of this movie is visual storytelling, and it is quite good. Really dig it.
Let me do a few more seconds.
Yeah, let's
Just for fun.
Well, and we gave credit for the stop motion, but I'm wondering how many. I wonder if any. Oh, I guess the props to history guy said it was rod puppets as opposed to being guys in suits.
Hmm.
Classic phaser sound effect.
That was nice, yes.
I was like, I know that. I clapped.
Yeah, and after we realize the green lasers don't work, Tex says we lost the advantage, and he says it's clobbering time.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Yeah, that would have been a good clip to have.
Well,
sorry, I didn't get
see if we
clips
can
today.
find it.
Oh, you're right. I can do that. I forgot.
We're breaking
I
the
have
rules.
movie
It's
right here.
Robot Jox.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope everyone is watching on the live because this is definitely getting claimed.
Yes. Okay, so well,
Here's the face-off.
who's gonna make the first move? And no, I need to go to the lasers.
Well, and I like the rules of the game as well. It's like once you get into a certain distance, it's like no long range weapons. You can only punch each other. Okay.
Yes. Now I've got to put the sound back on.
Yeah.
5 meters.
We lost the advantage, boy. It's clobbering time.
Fine with me.
Yeah.
I found it.
Hooray.
I'm having fun. So the referees, yeah, they shut down. No more long range weapons are supposed to happen. And we cut to the audience, including a little boy with the stuffy.
Yes.
And other people watching on the TV. and Jox members, including Athena. And we see Jeffrey Combs again.
Well, and they're acting like it's UFC or a boxing match, and it's like, there's so much. Hey, Canadian Spider-Man is here. Hello and good morning, he says.
Hello, good morning to Canadian Spider-Man.
I hope your pipes are well.
Tex warns oh, there's a little baby. Damn it.
What's the name of the robot teddy bear in the original Battlestar Galactica? I forget. But that's
I
what
don't
it
know.
felt
I
like.
never saw the original Battlestar Galactica.
And Spidey says the wood stove is cranked. Delightful.
Nice. I have some firewood that we collected last year, so we're ready. And watch for that kick. He's tricky. And sure enough, Alexander's kick brings Achilles to the ground. And now Achilles is unconscious from this.
Yes. Well, and there is oh yeah, it is Boxy. Yeah. No, totally. Thanks, Spidey. Boxy is the name of the walking toy from the original Battlestar Galactica. But yeah, one of the things that is interesting about this movie is that if they beat up on the robot, it's almost like the pilot receives haptic messages because they get like bloody and stuff, and it's like, well, you didn't break the cockpit or anything like that. You just fell over, really.
Well, he got a concussion somehow, but he
Yes.
wakes up just in time to blowtorch Alexander's leg,
I love
which
it.
sends him to the ground.
Yes.
And
it's like WWF. It's great.
well,
and I only say
speaking of-
WWF because in 1989, 1990, it was still WWF. Fuck pandas. Sorry.
No, don't wait. It's a little early for that. Let's not leave the pandas alone.
Never.
So then Alexander cheats. He's a dirty, dirty cheater, and he launches his rocket fist, and it goes out of control. Though it doesn't head towards Achilles; it heads towards the crowd instead, and so Achilles intercepts it, but his robot takes such a hard force that he falls into the crowd, hurting the people he was trying to protect.
Yes.
And 300 people die.
Which is one of the things is when the director said, I'm trying to make a movie for kids that adults will enjoy. And then the writer who was trying to make a movie for adults that kids would enjoy was like, you just killed 300 people. What are you talking about? You're trying to make this for kids.
Well, it's rather brutal. It really is, especially since they do show children dying.
Oh, there's a gruesome thing with a guy, and his half of his face is melted by fire. There are people who are underneath debris screaming for their lives.
Well, and the worst one, I'm not lingering on these slides, but the worst one for me is that we see that Stuffy from earlier, and all we see is the little bloody hand next to it. We don't see the rest of him.
Yeah.
And man, that is heartbreaking if you're paying attention to this.
Well, but that's also, like, I think Gary, as Jim Achilles, does a great job in terms of, I tried to save you and I failed. And it does motivate the next act of the film.
It does. Yeah, he's got that compassion. He cares about humanity. And so that's why he quits he's like, nope, I'm not doing this anymore. And yeah, the announcer says, this was the scene only 6 hours ago in the too aptly named Death Valley. There are no words to describe the magnitude of this tragedy, ladies and gentlemen. The total dead number over 300. And this, the worst disaster in the history of the games. And
well,
so
but then we get the referees. And I feel like the
We're just like,
referees in this is an agreed United Nations of the world after World War III with the nuclear apocalypse and all that jazz. They're like, we don't care the fact that Achilles tried to save the stands. It is irrelevant. They just basically go down to the rules of the game. And it's like, yeah, it was tragic, but that doesn't really impact. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we have eliminated war. So we have to adhere to the rules of this particular contest. And if we do not, we will revert back to war.
but the Confederates broke the rule. They weren't supposed to be using long range weapons, so I guess they don't care about that.
But the thing is that because the contest was a draw, like there was no clear winner.
Mm-hmm. And so
because
they
the
have
game
to
was
fight
stopped by the
again.
referees because of the casualties in the stands.
Right. But it is they are dismissing the importance of human life in their deliberation.
Yes. Well, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And so if we do rule in favor of the market over the Confederation, well, that could lead to war. So what we will say is that this is a draw and we need to redo. Let's redo.
But war is illegal, so there can't be anything that leads to war, Scott. It's
The
illegal
only
now.
thing that is keeping us out of international, like global war, is the Robot Jox. They are
Yes,
the ones.
What you said made sense. It was logical, but I was just making fun of the fact that it just says this. It's illegal. So, but they disregard human lives, I guess, for that reason, for diplomacy. Goodness.
Old Man Bird says words that I can read but cannot understand. Deontological versus consequential ethics style. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you because there are words there that I don't understand.
But this movie's disregard for human life, I mean, its display of it in the referees is a theme of the movie. They also, at the same time of doing this, they have propaganda posters everywhere. We just saw one recently. I didn't pause on it, of encouraging people to have more children by putting up pregnant ladies everywhere.
They got a pregnancy fetish in this film because and not a fetish. I apologize. That's rude. The thing is that they do have that. They never acknowledge it. They never discuss it. It is prevalent. It's almost like when Nada takes off his glasses and puts on his glasses in They Live. It's just like consume, propagate,
multiply.
Exactly. And so that's the thing that they're doing here. And it's like, have babies. And we'll get there when we get there because I have thoughts.
So anyway, like we said, the referees decide Alexander and Achilles are going to fight in Death Valley again on this coming Sunday. But Achilles is hurt by what he has just done and decides he's done. That was his 10th match and he's now retired. And Alexander calls him a coward and Achilles flips him the bird.
I forget who I wanted to play this character. I wanted him to be more prevalent. I wanted an actor. In fact, I would recast this entire movie except for Gary Graham. Cinema Gulp is here.
Ben. Hi, Ben.
Stuart Gordon. Absolutely.
Yes. You're welcome to come on, Ben, if you like.
If you've seen it.
If you've seen Robot Jox, it'd be cool to see you. The link is in the one of the groups.
Oh, who did I want? I wanted Cameron Mitchell is obviously a thing. But I was thinking more like the guy who played Ned Beatty Ned Beatty as this character would have been nice, just as a cameo for one day. Or Patrick McNee. That would have been cool. But
Oh, that would be cool. Oh, this is cute. So
yes. I don't know when this fell out of style. I don't know when this became a thing. I've seen this a couple of times in movies. I've never actually seen it in real life. Is that people pull down their lower eyelid with their middle finger so that they can surreptitiously give the bird? And I'm like, all right, just give the guy the bird. Stop being a
he's being
kitty
coy
cat.
about it.
Well, the Alexander is sitting there calling out Achilles, being like, I kill you with one punch to your stupid head. And then he has to sit there and be polite. It just doesn't, anyway.
Yeah, he has to do something. This is his response. But nobody else really likes his choice to quit either. Dr. Matsumoto looks especially worried, actually.
Yes.
Just sitting there. He doesn't say anything, but he's disturbed. And Professor Laplace prepares her her students for battle. I also put creations. And so one of them will now have to be chosen to fight since Achilles dropped out. So they have to compete for the spot. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, the name Achilles implies he has a secret weakness. He definitely has flaws.
They do refer to the robots as having problems. Like there was the knee when Hercules, which was the name of the guy that we saw defeated at the hands of Alexander at the beginning of the film, there was something wrong with the leg. And they do, and later on, spoilers, there is a blast that does take out one of the feet at the heel. And so I think it's more foreshadowing or maybe just tonally. There is. I know that wasn't helpful at all, but I just wanted to narrate.
Good. That's what I've been doing. And yeah, Sargon is happy to tell Athena that Achilles is a coward for quitting. And she just doesn't like hearing that. But actually, even still, neither of them really understand the compassion he had for the people in the stands. It seems like a completely foreign concept to the Tubies.
Well, and this is also, I like this continuity with Jim, in that he does have the Band-Aid over his head for like an act and a half, or at least an act of the film. Because usually when you watch a movie and then someone gets like busted in the head and it's like, oh, I'm bleeding. And then the next scene, they're going to lunch or they're just cleaning themselves up after the battle. And it's like, nope. We just wanted blood on their face for that one scene. And this does carry through the movie, the story proper.
He does have it for a while. That's a good point. Commissioner Jameson believes that since it was a draw, this is not Achilles' 10th battle. He says, 22. So we get it, the quote repeated again in a different way. It isn't over until someone wins. So that's what the Tubi said earlier.
You sound like one of your Tubies. Mm-hmm. Your Teletubbies.
So he was, and then we learned something sad about Achilles. He never learned how to read.
I thought that was an interesting throwaway line. I may not be able to read, but I ain't dumb. And it's like, so how do you deal with the readouts in the giant robot that you pilot?
That's an interesting question. Maybe it's read out to him. Maybe it did it.
I think it's kind of like a euphemism. I think it's something that you think sounds tough, and then when you think about it afterwards, you're like, that was stupid. Why did I say I couldn't read?
No, I think he can't read.
You think he cannot read?
He can't read. That
I
is
think he
explicitly
just said
stated.
something stupid.
No, he cannot read.
He can remote control pilot a car, but he cannot read.
Yeah, he cannot read. I need to find this.
All right. Oh, you just want to prove it to me? I remember it. It's not that big deal.
But they mention it more than once.
Really?
How's that reading business going? and also at the bartender at the bar, he also mentioned something about that makes him sound like he doesn't know how to read also. So he cannot read. This is a fact.
Well, I guess that's something that Achilles and I share.
Yeah, but when he says it, he's actually telling the truth.
How dare you?
Celebrities in the chat today. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to all of the celebrities.
Yes, welcome. Welcome to everybody. And Jameson tries to bribe him, but Achilles doesn't want money. He just wants to leave.
Yeah.
And we cut to a big party scene where people are dancing goofy. And
can you play a little of the dancing music? I kind of stepped away while I was watching this.
Okay. Sure. Let's see. I've got to find it. Let me mute the movie so you don't hear it while I'm looking through.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get past the carnage.
Well, no. Fine. We'll get past the carnage.
We don't need to see that.
Well, you don't need to, but if you'd like to, I want to know. I was actually curious whether or not this is available on, and again, I'm not doing this to undermine anyone, but I'm just curious if this was available on YouTube. Like, is this a movie that you can watch? It doesn't look like it.
Kimberly says, I was sick but feeling better, Jill. I'm glad you're feeling better now. I didn't know you were sick. Gavin Blackburn says, I don't consider myself a celebrity, just infamous.
You and me both, sister. Yeah, that's yeah. Oh, the future, they party. How do they party in the future? I don't know, futuristically.
Well, yeah, just the spiky hair.
Yes. Well, I have spiky hair. Am I from the future?
Yeah. The future
I have nipples
is now. Don't we all?
Not Tubies.
Oh.
That would have been really cool. And I know maybe not. But if you showed Tubies and they didn't have nipples.
But that they'd still get away with the PG rating then if that were true.
Yeah, but I don't know. You wouldn't get away with the pasties or whatever. I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. Anyway, they didn't try it. So that's one thing that yeah. So they kind of do the Starship Trooper thing again where you do have co-ed showers and locker rooms, but no buoys.
Well, but also if you're a test tube baby, would you have a biological imperative to mate? Because that is not how you were created. And so without that impetus to your own creation, once you had been hatched, I suppose, I'm being racist against tubies, is like, would you have a biological imperative to impregnate or receive? Procreation, like, is that something that, are you one and done?
It's not explicitly explored in this movie.
It is not.
But
I think it's an interesting science fiction question.
It is an interesting question. We only know that Achilles is he very much likes Athena.
Well,
But we never see her reciprocate those feelings.
no, he is somewhat aggressive in the kissing.
Oh, Ben, if you're still here, I wanted to ask you if you've ever used something like this where you have beers in a wooden board and several people drink from it. It
Oh, a
seems
flight.
messy. But like 3 people using one at once?
I think
It
you
seems
should show
crazy.
him because I'm guessing what you're talking about and you're asking him.
Well, I'm showing it right now, but I guess
Oh,
we
okay.
can. I guess we could show it in action. And if I can. Okay,
You don't
so
have
I
to.
guess we have to.
If it's a private chat, I don't know.
What? Why is it a private chat?
I
Oh
don't
my god. Look at these bullshit.
We can dance if we want to. We can leave our friends behind. Because if your friends don't dance and then they don't
That's not what
dance,
I
well,
wanted.
they're no friends of mine. Achilles.
Here it is. Here it is.
Here we go. Oh, yeah. I've done that 7 times.
7. I've done 0 times. I've done keg stand, but never that.
You've done a keg stand? Holy moly, lady.
You can watch it for free on YouTube. At least it is published by YouTube itself. I have premium, but I don't think it's required.
Nice. So I would,
That's
yeah,
great.
no, I would totally recommend the movie.
Um,
Sorry to
Old Man Bird?
spoil.
Okay, that's great.
I don't have, he's old, no, he's not a wrench, is he?
No, but he could be.
should be.
All right, all right. Normally I don't allow myself, but you know what? This is fine.
Just if he's got it, then I would recommend.
I definitely trust him, so let's go. But it's not just a matter of trust. I don't wrench everybody. Otherwise, everybody. I'm not a Sea of Blue channel. But yes, Old Man Bird can have one.
Well, and the only reason, and it's not favoritism. Well, yeah, it is. But it's also a situation of you have relevant information, Old Man Bird, and I think that information is beneficial.
No, that's not also not the reason, but it correlates with that. That is a benefit of him having one.
You're using $7 words, and you know I can't read. But I ain't dumb.
Oh, but you know what? This is apparently, is this really the director? Is this Stuart Gordon?
Looks like him. And
Yeah,
also
so
he's a terrible actor, so makes sense.
Yeah, the bartender thinks he's had enough. But I guess he's like, it's your funeral.
Yeah. This is every bartender I've ever encountered.
The law says I can't serve anyone who's drunk.
Yeah, that's
There
what
it
the law
is.
says. There it is.
Scotty's smart, but not dumb.
Well, I'm dumb and smart.
Yeah. So Achilles says, well, when I'm so drunk you think you can stop me, you try to stop me. Is this how you respond to the bartenders?
No, heavens no. I usually leave at this point.
Yeah, you go to another bar that doesn't know you're so drunk.
Well, no, I'll walk and I'll lose my earbuds and my phone, and then I'll get home and I'll be like, where are my shoes? And then I'll wake up the next morning and miraculously find them.
Nice.
Nah, it would have been better if I just got home with all my stuff.
Yeah, that's true. You didn't have to play a hunting game.
See, and this is
You lost your shoes,
negotiation
too?
and gentleman. So, Old Man Bird says, there's the movie link. You can unwrench me now. Sick and tired of having this power. I don't think we can unwrench you until well, no, don't worry about it.
No, I'll make the decisions here. And
Makes
I'm
sense.
gonna leave it for now.
You're the Boimler. I'm the Mariner.
No, don't call me lower decks characters. That's the filth, and I hate it.
All right. Fair enough.
And so they also don't seem to. Yeah. So all right. So the Tubies are here, and they're just so baffled at Achilles.
Why are they there?
Just why are they there?
Why are they at the bar?
Because they want to ask him a question. Why did he risk it all to save all those spectators
Oh,
instead
right.
of winning? Like you could have
See?
won.
They are augments.
Yeah. They don't have any compassion for the spectators. They're like, yeah, we would have let him die.
And he asks both of them. He asks what's Sargon and Athena. And Sargon is like, yeah, fuck him. Pardon me. And then says to Athena, it's like, you too? And she's like, without question. She's like, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no compunction for that whatsoever. 300 casualties. Oh yeah, and then Alexander shows up.
300 calories. That's hilarious.
Well, 300 calories, that's a good sized breakfast.
Well, that's what it takes to run a Jaeger. I mean, a robo. Yes. You know what? This
Look,
is
it's
very...
green. It's green.
It is green. This is a very interesting aspect. Not introduced whatsoever, because the primary conflict of this scene is between Jim and Athena and her, augments, her tubies. But as it expands in the scene, it's both the Confederation and the market in the same bar. And they interact on sort of an honor system where it's like, we don't fight here, we fight out there, but this is where we all hang out. This is like the Olympic Village, if you will. Because they move from battlefield to battlefield to have their their rock'em sock'em robots.
Yeah, they have a bar like this in Top Gun too.
Oh, no, they don't. They don't have the bad guys hanging out with the good guys at the same time.
Oh, you're right. They don't have the bad guys though.
And so it's just interesting that they all get to hang out here.
It is in Deep Space Nine though. Or
it's
is it
also in the original series. Remember
Oh,
on
that's true.
K7?
Yeah, yes, that's right.
On
Yeah,
K7
the
when
Klingons
they're all
hang out.
hanging out in the same bar until somebody says it's like, your ship is garbage, and then Rock'em Sock'em Scotty.
Yes. It was
And
okay to
so-
insult Captain Kirk, but not the Enterprise.
That's right. Of course.
Everybody's entitled to an opinion until they're not.
Maybe you'd like to rephrase that. I would. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting caught up in another franchise right now.
Yes. No, that's okay. I just don't want to say that the Enterprise is garbage.
I'm not saying that the Enterprise is garbage.
It should be hauled away as garbage.
That's what I'm, yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's calling it garbage. Anyway, you made me say it anyway.
Yeah, I know, but that was fun, don't you think? High five.
So, well, and Sargon, I think that's this one.
I'm only going by your
leery.
lead, I assume.
I'm leery of naming the tubies because anyway.
Because they're not human and they don't have names.
He challenges Alexander, but he says he doesn't fight them, and he responds he's going to be the one to fight him next week, and he says he'll make his death interesting. Like, I got to get some of this guy's dialogue.
Yeah, totally. He's so good. He's like the evil hitman in Grosse Point Blank, or he's like Klaus Kinski. Like, this guy is so charismatic. He may not be the best actor of all time, but I think that he really does make his presence known. He's right on that edge of being too much, but also just enough. I love this guy.
It'll be me. Better hope not. I will make your death interesting.
Yeah.
This movie.
No, it's so fun. It's so fun.
So the kid can't help himself, and he attacks Alexander, which gets his and it seems like he's actually, you can hear his bones crack in his hand.
Yes. And I think later on they do, well, no, they do for a different reason.
Yeah. Well, that's because of the jungle gym, but we'll get there
Because
soon.
of the jungle gym. We haven't got to the jungle gym yet.
No.
Oh, it's great though. It shows how Alexander is also physically imposing.
Yeah, that's why that one guy almost wanted to vote against, to bet against Achilles, who right now breaks up the fight and challenges Alexander too, who also says he doesn't fight for fun, and he's a Saturday or not at all.
Well, and also it's like even if you were sober, I wouldn't fight you. Like there is a certain level, I know at the end it kind of comes out of nowhere, but there is a level of respect between the two of them. Well, more so coming from Alexander. He is the guy who's like, I will fight you on the field. We will not battle unless it is legal. And it's like, all right, calm down. But yeah, and also the cinematography of his nightmare is jarring enough. I wish I could see this in a movie theater. I wish I could see this movie in a movie theater just for that little sequence. Also, the sound would be fantastic. Yeah, it is trippy. It is trippy. It's almost like, brain scan. It's like you get to see on the inside, but it's disheartening. It's crazy. It's great.
So Achilles wakes up naked with the hangover, and Athena's right there in his room.
Inspecting his weenus.
Yeah, she had to study his body.
Yes.
He's shocked and realizes she saw everything. And he's almost like, did we have fun last night? But he doesn't say it like that.
Now, no, I don't really. I was just going to say that test tube babies do not have genitals.
Oh, that's possible because Jem'Hadar don't have any.
Right.
But she says she carried him home and undressed him. And she studied his body. And he just wants some orange juice. Oh, yeah, but I do like... you tell. 2 arms. 2... Oh, wait. I could show that one.
Yeah,
Let's
do
show
it.
that one. That's a good one.
We're already in trouble. Let's keep being in trouble.
Why not? This one is a little questionable.
I like it. I like it as a joke. It's fun.
I do too.
Like you said, for a 9-year-old, it's for a 10-year-old. This is, again, it's a movie made for kids that adults can enjoy. But again, when it comes on the flip side, you could have made this an adult movie that kids could enjoy.
Yes.
So you get the glances and the innuendo as opposed to the reality, please.
Body.
2 tail. 2 legs. 2 arms. 1 hangover.
That is what happens every day when Scotty R37 wakes up.
And then you have orange juice.
And then I have orange juice. Or I have like some sort of squirt coffee that goes into a microwave or something such.
Squirt coffee?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do have to go to the washroom, but I do want to talk about the squirt coffee.
Okay. Okay. I like my coffee from a coffee machine.
No, I know, but this is the future. This is post-apocalyptic. They have giant robots, Jill. There is future technology. So he goes over to his remote-controlled, pantry, and he's like, no orange juice, as he splays everything about. And then he opens up basically what I think is water, And then they have a conversation as to, oh, what? You don't drink coffee? Stunts your growth? And it's like, no, it affects your heart, says Athena. And so he squirts like some goo into some water. And then he takes it over to this other place that looks like it's a preparation, a cooking counter of sorts. And he puts it in and he presses a button and then it glows and makes a noise. And I'm like, oh, he's cooking coffee. That makes sense. Like, a lot of this movie is just visual storytelling. They don't tell you what's going on. They don't close up on it. But the science and the routine of everything that's going on makes sense. I love it. I love it. Even the most menial of shit. Where do you get your chicken nuggets? From the chicken nuggets.
Well, even the dialogue, it's not very complicated, but it plays from one scene to the other. So when she says, no, it affects the heart, Achilles' response is, thank God something does. Because she just admitted last night that she didn't care about all those people dying.
Yes. Agreed.
Yeah. So, wow. It's just, this whole scene is really good. And she studied his body to see if he was different. And Achilles just has a lot of funny lines. And you found out boys and girls are different.
Yeah.
And she said, I mean, for being a champion, but there's nothing special about your body.
Boys have a penis and girls have a vagina.
It's just fact. Can't get mad.
I'm not.
She's trying to figure out how he's a champion, but she's very disappointed to find out that he attributes a lot of it to luck. And then he gets dressed, and speaking of, we'll see her butt later, but we see a little bit of his here too. That's all. It's just a PG rated movie with a little butt.
And it is. You know what? It is a little butt.
And along with luck, he also attributes his success to a healthy dose of fear, which she also doesn't like. I can understand caution, but not fear.
Just asking for some Tarkalian tea?
Yes. Yeah, they're not drinking. They don't drink. They don't even have coffee.
I suppose socializing is an important part of development when it comes to interacting with humans.
That's true, too.
Anyway, I'll be back in a flash.
She also says that she's not bred to have fear. And it countering, yes, I am human, but I was bred for a purpose. You just happened. And Achilles has another good line. Yeah, that's what Daddy used to say, actually. I might want that. I want that one. This entire scene was good. This one's one of my favorite scenes. It's just, I don't think they have a lot of romantic chemistry, but they do have a lot of friendship chemistry. Let's see. What do you know about it? All right, let's play this.
I was bred not to have fear.
Okay, so you're not human.
I am human. I was bred for a purpose. You just happened.
Yeah, that's what Daddy used to say.
Gary Graham, the way he delivers his lines are just so perfect. And she goes on to echo. She's echoing her friend who said that he was a coward and says that Achilles lost his courage. And then we get the line again. You know what? This is the third time we hear this line said in a different way. And so I want to play this one out loud. Let's see if it's here. 9 fights and 1 draw. And so there it is. Okay, there it is. Here we go. And we get that line again.
You know about it.
Huh? What do you know about it?
It isn't over until somebody wins.
Here we go. It isn't over until somebody wins. Third time we hear this. She's disappointed in learning from Achilles that she needs to have luck and fear, and she's decided it's worthless to listen to him because he will only teach her how to lose. And NZT says, "Smoke me a kipper." Well, wait, will you be back for breakfast? Oh yeah, okay, that's exactly what Canadian Spider-Man says. I have no idea what's happening in the chat actually now. Let's find out. Um, do do. Probably I ate too much candy. Oh, you ate too much candy? Oh no, that's not good. Gotta eat some real food there. So there's the YouTube link to the movie if you want to watch the movie when the stream is over. I have to sneeze. Hold on just a second. I have to sneeze. And I sneeze in multiples. So I'm going to mute again and sneeze again. I sneezed 3 times. And I might need to go for a 4th. That's a huge party game in Whistler Ski Resort, but we stick 5 pint glasses. Oh, Spidey's answering my question that I asked Ben earlier. I did want to know more about it. Here it is. So, regarding that board where you stick a beer on there and more than one person drinks from it at a time. That is a huge party game in Whistler Ski Resort, but we stick 5 pint glasses onto a long wooden ski. The person who can't drink fast enough ends up wearing their drink. Interesting. Franco Walker was in the Brown Lights chat on Wednesday. He's okay. Oh, that's good to know that Franco Walker's okay. Where's Ace Rimmer? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, old man bird. I don't know. I thought I muted my sneezes.
Oh, did you
I
sneeze?
I
Buy a
did
lottery
like 5
ticket,
times.
everybody.
5 times. But I don't think anybody heard it.
We're
'cause
gonna
I thought I
edit it
muted.
out.
Anyway, she's
Meanwhile-
upset from not learning anything from him except for that she should have fear, even though fear was bred out of her. And then we go to yoga class. And
Well, and
can't-
at this point, we're still on board with Tex. Tex is like Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's like,
well, if Obi-Wan Kenobi was a bigot, then yes.
well, Obi-Wan
she's a
Kenobi
woman,
didn't
she could
believe
never
in
be-
the. Well, yeah, it's 1989, 90.
What? 1990? No, that things were already happening in 1990.
Well,
he's a chauvinist.
Well, don't get too sassy, or we'll take away the vote just as quickly as we gave it to you, kind of thing.
Yeah, he says that she wouldn't make it to the robot unless all the rest were run over by a truck. So I'd say he's pretty behind the times there.
Look who it is.
Maggie.
Tau, tau, tau.
Oh, and this movie really hits it on the nose because he literally hangs up his towel. Oh, that was funny.
Yes.
And then he says they're the future, whether we like it or not. And Tex says, if they're the future, I'm glad I'm history. And then
I really like that line.
I do too. Oh wait, I keep forgetting I could play these things.
You can play whatever you want.
Yeah.
Do make the
Oh wait, no, I don't. I can play whatever I want. Oh, there he is hanging up the towel.
Yes.
Why'd you do that?
Well, they're the future, whether we like it or not.
They're the future. I'm glad I'm history.
Foreshadowing. Oh.
Yes, foreshadowing. Something that the bad guy says.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Yep. We've spoiled that a few times already.
Yeah.
I can't.
Foghorn
I can't seem
Leghorn
to
is
tell.
the bad guy.
I can't seem to tell what gift does Achilles give to Athena, because I can't really. It's supposed to be some kind of good luck charm.
That towel. That scarf.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh.
He puts it on her locker.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Okay, got it now.
And that's why he says it's a present. Just say thank you. And this is where they're, hey, look, everybody. I'm sorry, I got distracted by ass.
there it is. And
Skip
she's gonna
it.
take a
Keep
shower.
going. Keep going. Don't objectify this woman's beautiful bottom.
I'm not objectified anything. It's just there.
Hi.
I'm trying to find my notes.
All right. No, but it is something that, again, I think that they lifted when it came to Starship Troopers. I think that the co-ed
Definitely.
nature is something that was referenced. I think that this movie does influence a lot of ideas and moments throughout modern filmmaking.
Hmm.
Or, yeah,
Yeah.
moments.
Oh, so Spidey says, you'll have to speak up. I'm wearing a towel.
Yeah.
Good to remember. And Tex tries to send him off with the final crash and burn, but Achilles says that's for Jox, and so they shake hands.
Well, I forget what it is. I forget what movie it is. If you ain't cop, you little people. Oh, it's from Blade Runner. And so that is something. And we're introduced to Achilles or R2D2, his car.
Yeah, it's a hovercraft. It's a
But it's
hover car.
Because we're in the future.
Yes, we're in the future. Yeah, they tried to make it look like the future. That's wonderful.
Do you know where this was filmed? Because this is one of those things where I feel like the architecture, it was a European, wasn't it a European production? Like there's something about the architecture here. I know that there are incredible stop motion special effects and incredible matte paintings, and the combination of those two things is evident in the final battle. But there's a lot that's practical. Or at least
I think it's Rome.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's in Italy somewhere. I think it's Rome, because they mentioned getting the writer to come back to Rome. Okay, chat. This stream deserves your thumbs up, just for the nice lady's bum, at least.
Exactly. This is production value. That was made in 1990. This is 1990 PG. So please be kind.
Yeah. And so he's headed to his brother's house. I'm not sure if he's just visiting or if this is where he's going to live now, but they pass by a lot of pregnancy propaganda posters we were talking about earlier, and there's one of them.
I like even the prenatal. I like the way that, and it's in every poster, it is structured that way. And even the ring girls, I guess, if you will, who are like thumbs up to Jox, the Robot Jox. They're on our side. Even they are pregnant.
Yes. But we also find out that he's not the only person who's illiterate. The people who graffitied this do not know how to spell coward properly.
Right? Isn't that how you spell coward? Or is
No,
it with
but
a
it's
K?
it's no. I mean, they put an E instead of an A.
Oh.
See right here.
Oh. Oh, Max Redstone's got to take off because he's having his molars. Sorry, I can't stay. I have to go to a dentist appointment. Well, may the odds be ever in your favor.
Yes. Yes, I hope it all goes well, Max. And you get a lollipop. A sugar-free lollipop.
And Old Man Bird says, Scotty R37, do you want a boy or a girl? Don't say Tubi. And the only thing that I can say to that is a Tubi.
Dentists, they torture you and you have to pay. What a country. That's true. But it is torture while it's happening, while they're cleaning and scraping your teeth. But when they're done, your mouth feels it feels great. It feels great
does.
when it's over.
Look on the plus side, my friend. You have teeth.
Mhm. Canadian Spider-Man references 1984. 2 plus 2 equals 5.
Totes.
There was lots of propaganda there.
Well, and that's what I mean in terms of just visual world building. Like, this does a great job. Although, why do you have to press a button to open a door? Or is that just the elevator is with a door? Like, kind
I
of
don't
like
know.
those old-timey?
I think it's just to determine where to go.
I guess.
Because he's in the elevator.
I guess.
I can only guess too, because we didn't get like a normal elevator would have all these buttons and you press a button and
Well,
you
it'd
go
have
to
a
a
sliding
floor.
door.
But it seems like they eliminate the hallways here, which is weird.
They did that in Blade Runner as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, his family was expecting him and he gets a welcome home banner. There's it. Welcome home, Achilles. And the little kid Tommy still wants to call him Achilles, even though he tries to tell him he's just Uncle Jim now. Because he's not fighting anymore. And she says she's doing her part by being pregnant again, and plus they get an extra bedroom if they have 6 kids.
Yeah.
Which
is
world
great.
building. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Again, not necessarily politically, but just resource-wise. And also, I forget what his name, Phil? Phil is
Phil.
Jim's brother. And
He can read.
He can read. And so he's got his own office. And then Achilles, Jim, says, how's the reading business going? And he's like, it's slow. Nobody wants to hear about the reading anymore.
It's kind of strange that he can read, but Jim can't, and they grew up together. So you wonder how early Jim was put into training to be a jock. Hey, Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, Kapla from the middle of the Caribbean, where it is sunny and 78 degrees, and no, I am absolutely not sending all my coworkers pictures and constant weather updates, as they are getting hit with a blizzard and minus 40 degrees. Wow. Oh my goodness, minus 40. That's not good. I'm so glad you're nice and warm, Gorilla.
Yeah, me too.
I hope you're enjoying your vacation.
Although I would like to say that rubbing it in your coworker's face is kind of a dick move. It's like when Canadian Spider-Man shows me scuba videos.
But that's why he just said, well, scuba videos with lovely ladies also swimming with him.
Exactly.
But that's why he said he's not doing that. Or maybe
I think he was
is
being
doing that.
facetious.
Yeah, he probably definitely is doing that. Toasty and tan.
So no, wait. I have a fun idea. Jill, can you do me a favor and drop an F-bomb?
No, I don't do that on call.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I was going to ask you to do that so that while Gorilla was out of the country, he could buy a lottery ticket, but he wouldn't be able to cash it because he is not a citizen of that locality. And so if you were to say it,
It'd be interesting. But
it would be,
you can't.
know.
Yeah, I'm not I don't.
You're
I'm
not a
parrot.
dancing monkey,
I'm not
and
a
I
parrot.
apologize for requesting it.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm good. I do curse now and then, though. It happens.
I've never heard it.
So they get a phone call about Achilles, and it's not a good one. He says, "You tell that chicken shit that he can take his goddamn robot." It's not even a good insult. And so she just insults him back and hangs up.
It's a pretty good insult. It's not that bad. If you're a
At least-
lazy troll, it's like, you go tell that son bitch, take that piece of machinery and stick it up where the cornhole don't shine. Like, that's what that is.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm what is it? I'm feeling Tex.
Well, at least his brother understands why Jim did what he did to why he put his life on the line like that. And Philip's wife is thrilled. She's celebrating because they're having real meat tonight. And then we look at it and it's just like one big wiener and that's it. She didn't even slice it up. I don't even know if it's sausage or just
I think it's a hot dog. I think it's a hot dog.
It looks more like a hot dog, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a hot dog.
In what? Like
In
that's like beans?
Yes, that is there are beans.
So it's beans and wieners. That's what they're having for dinner, and it's a feast. That's
Yeah, it
like
looks like there's also
like-
onions.
delicious.
Mm. Well,
We had real pepper that night. Real pepper?
I don't want to live in a post-apocalyptic world that doesn't have meat.
Okay, are we doing phrasing?
We already did.
All right.
So part of the test is that I don't give too many instructions. Oh, that's right. Okay, so
this is the
we're at
jungle gym.
Yeah, the scary jungle gym.
This is so rad.
Yes, because
Because this
around.
shows. Hey, Lemon's here. Hey, Lemon.
Hello, lemon pie.
See, this is something. Oh my God. Okay, so they say this is a dangerous test that will result in the death of you if you do not know how to do it.
And the objective is to get through that hole at the top. And they're
Yep.
like, "Oh, that sounds easy." Everybody's like, that's not going to be hard at all." And then it starts, and then it is scary because it shakes immediately, and many of them fall off, including Athena.
Well, she doesn't fall all the way to the bottom.
No, but they fall. The first time it shakes, she falls off with a bunch of other people too.
Oh,
'cause
that's
they weren't
true. That's
expecting
true.
it.
Yep.
And then some of the bars grow burning hot, so she gets burned.
And some of them get all slippery because of
Yeah.
liquids.
Yeah, water squirt out of some of the bars.
I don't know if
too.
it's water. I was wondering if it was like grease.
Ew, it could be. It's clear. Whatever it is. Could be Vaseline.
Something like that. And so, yeah, no, they climb, they jungle gym, things break. And which makes sense.
That's not fair. But yeah, you
What do
put
mean
your
it's
foot
not
down.
fair.
You've got to make sure you got your footing. Your footing is secure. But I don't think he realized that part of the jungle gym could collapse underneath his foot.
If you cannot push a button, then you like that's the thing. And this is so it's almost dehumanizing because it's like you are absolutely, we can kick you off. It doesn't matter. If you die, we do not care.
Yeah,
We
well, this
built
guy,
you in a tube.
yeah, this guy doesn't care. He kicks her, and
He's the Khan Noonien Singh.
yeah, she just barely is able to grab on to something. Why did I?
Raul Julia, 9557 in the chat says, I used to watch this so much as a kid. Well, welcome.
Hey,
Welcome.
Raul.
This is amazing. Yeah, no.
Anyway, I thought he died, but he shows up later with the
I was kind of
cast, so
hoping
he's
he
okay.
died. I was kind of hoping he died.
He just broke his arm.
Well, it looks like he broke it, like his shoulder, his arm, his clavicle. Like he's got one of those things that props up his arm at like
Anyway,
yeah.
Athena makes it through the hole first. Whee!
She gets through the hole.
So she gets to be the next Robot Jox.
Yes.
Until, yeah.
Sparks Jim to action.
Right. His sense of chivalry goes off, and he does not want her to fight. So he goes back to, he unretires immediately. What do we call that?
Unretirement.
Unretirement. I feel like that's not a word, and I should be saying a different word.
I recognize that child actor, but I forget.
Mm. Yeah, I kind of do too, but I don't know either.
Yeah.
Well, we could find out. I have information.
I don't know what the name of the character is, so I don't know.
Tommy, and so his name is Jason Marsden. I don't know what I know him in. He's I don't know. I can look at the IMDb, but
I'll
I know
do
what I'm
that.
looking
I'll
at?
do that. You keep going.
Yeah,
I'll find out about Jason Marsden.
Okay. Well, I still want to just look just in case I do know something. If I don't, I'll say nothing.
This is the
he does a lot of.
Oh, he was on Step by Step with Bobby Ewing. He's the voice of Goofy's son in a Goofy movie. He was on Full House.
Nice.
Hocus Pocus he was in, apparently. He's been in a bunch of video games, which is super cool.
Yeah, lots of voice acting.
Yeah, this guy is and he, you know what? It's so nice to live in a world where you can say, that guy, still alive.
That's.
You muted yourself.
Did mute myself, and that's good. He's still alive.
Yes. Thank you.
No, God, he works a lot. I can't even. Oh, there's the 90s finally. There's the Goofy movie, as you said. He was in an episode of Star Trek. That's what I was really looking for.
Makes sense. Which one?
Silicon Avatar, season 5, episode 4.
Oh, no way! He was in Silicon Avatar? That's a great episode.
Yeah, he was just the voice, and uncredited.
Well, I hope he got paid.
There. Yeah, me too. He was paid $5
and a sandwich.
Anyway, so he goes back. Achilles goes back to be the fighter. Yeah,
I'll fight for your war, but I got conditions.
Right. No more spectators on the field. And Jameson said, well, we were already thinking about that because of the accident. And he looks ashamed.
It is incredible. Hang on a second. I got to step away for a moment. Or okay. I don't mean hang on a second. I just mean I'll be back.
I understand.
Matsumoto.
Dr. Matsumoto, he's tired of the spies intercepting all of his hard work. So he's no longer including the secret weapons in the briefing. They will now be the tapes will now be fed directly into the robot itself so that the plans cannot be intercepted. And he's not sharing it with Tex. And Tex doesn't like that. And he's they'll now Tex and Achilles are worried he won't know how to use the weapon, but Dr. Matsumoto says you will both just have to trust me. We've lost more matches to security leaks than through any superior skills on the part of our opponents. This time there will be no leaks. I like his character a lot. Maybe I'll get a little of that. See if I can. We don't need any of this. Oh, let's do a little bit of the jungle gym. But then he falls, and then she eventually wins. So, that's not what I was looking for, though. Let's find the one I was looking for. I got distracted by that. Here it is.
We've lost more matches to security leaks than through any superior skills on the part of our opponents. This time, there'll be no leaks.
That's right. No more leaks. And then, of course, Tex is racist again. He's accusing Matsumoto of being the spy, calling him a Jap. And, well, yeah. So he's going through all the different ways you can be prejudiced. And Achilles doesn't think that the doctor is a spy. And then he gets out some frustration. He's still continuing his training on this punching bag. And Athena doesn't seem to be too happy with him. He goes to the bar. He only orders a beer because he's in training. Because I guess that's just what you do. Oh, there's one more thing. Because that one that fell off the jungle gym we see survived. And he's got the sling on his arm. I don't see that his shoulder is hurt. Oh, maybe it's his shoulder. I don't know. I'm not too sure.
Well, then, them tubies.
Yeah, those tubies are injured from the jungle gym.
He fell off the giant scaffold.
That's surprising that he survived.
Well, but also, when we were talking about this earlier, I think that they're augments. I think that that guy is the Khan Noonien Singh.
Yeah, and Athena doesn't realize Achilles came back to protect and prevent her from fighting, so she's guessing he's just greedy and he did it for the money.
Yeah.
Oh.
But also, if he had just said, I didn't do it for the money, like, it would have changed the trajectory of everything. Like, she does feel that he is doing it for greed and glory, money and power. And so she does still think that she's better.
Well, you think what you want.
So why did you come back?
Needed the exercise.
Achilles!
Achilles!
This movie.
Gary Graham is so charming, though. Come on.
He is. He is. Well, he makes lines that might not actually be funny, super funny, just because his smile is so cute.
Well, it is I know people talk about micro expressions. He does do, like, you see his character thinking, and I think that Gary Graham does a great job at offering that up. You get to see in the mind through his performance as opposed to through his dialogue. And again, I think this movie is so much visual storytelling. It is incredible.
Yes, very visual. just then Alexandra returns to the bar, and they antagonize each other some more. I forget what they say, so let's
I don't like you, Achilles. Oh,
well, actually, he
yeah.
says, "I'm very glad to see you."
He does. He does.
He's like, he's so happy.
And then he says something else, and I have no idea what it is.
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Wish I could say the same. You're making my beer curdle.
And you? You make my drink taste like blood.
Oh, that's what he says. I never got that. I never got that. I was like, and you flee. And I was
Well,
like,
that's
okay.
what subtitles are magic.
I know they are. They help. They help.
I wish real people came with subtitles walking down the
Sometimes
street.
I do too.
And so, and then, yeah, that's it for this scene, actually.
I love his. I do enjoy his little almost mullet.
Yeah, his hair is interesting.
Yeah.
And he still has a bandage. It's being changed. It's not the same bandage.
Doesn't have the blood on it. This is okay. So now we're finally getting into
The serious stuff here. So
here's where we are.
Matsumoto is working on the tape that he's gonna upload to the robot
For the special weapon that is
Yeah, for
going
the-
to be unveiled in the cockpit, so we can get away from the spies. We don't want to show the spies what we're doing.
Yes. And this is where Conway Tex confronts Matsumoto. And Matsumoto reveals that he knows that he believes that Tex wasn't so much lucky. It was more that he knew exactly where to hit the other guy because Tex's robot was way more inferior to the Confederates' robot, and so there was no way that he could have won. And so he knew exactly how to destroy them, and so he was made a hero to the Americans so that he could infiltrate from the inside.
Well, and Tex says, he's like, well, I won this territory. And Matsumoto says, a small price to pay to have a spy infiltrate the upper echelon. I'm paraphrasing. The upper echelon of the market or some such.
Well, we can't show all of it, so it's good. I like that. What better spy to have in place than a hero?
Exactly.
But
exactly.
The only thing we don't know is Tex's motivation. Why did he do this?
Money.
That's it, just money.
Well, I don't know. You know what? I do not know. I can assert whatever I want, but this is just a thing. It's Tex. You ever? Oh, what is it called? The Americans. There's a television show called The Americans where they go in. It's Kerry Russell and some other guy, and they go into the United States during the Cold War, and they live out an entire life as a suburban couple. And then they do things against the United States. And it's like, well, you're a deep spy. And I think that's what Tex is like, yep. Nama 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 na.
That's a good supposition.
It is a supposition. Says nama nama na says, what on earth is this? It is Robot Jox or Robot Jox, if you'd like to find it on YouTube. The link is in the chat. But yeah, this is one of the. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. Robot, rock'em sock'em robots, Robotech. Jill, how would you?
Fun for the people who watch at home, not in the stands.
Yes.
And Well, and it's basically they've outlawed war, and instead there are only two superpowers, the Americans and the Russians, and so they've decided they will solve any territorial disputes with giant robots that they fight like in gladiatorial style.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the movie. And there are spies that intercept secret weapons that are used to throw off the opponent, and things keep getting leaked from the American side. So we're figuring out who is the spy in this scene. And let's see who else was here. This Lemon Pie said, "I just won $5 on a lotto ticket, so perhaps Jill said fiddlesticks."
She just did.
Fiddlesticks.
Twice.
Text
Gavin
live
says
for
it's
beans
rollerball with Bobats.
I still need to see rollerball. It's
Me
on my
too.
list.
I've never seen rollerball.
And wait until Jill drops an F-bomb and you will get an oil change. It's not guaranteed.
And if Scott says fuck,
You get nothing.
nothing.
Welcome, fictional Earth after World War III, when wars are fought with robots managed by test tube babies. I like. I should just let Old Man Bird describe it. Yep.
The Germans.
Robots. Yeah.
Robots.
So yeah. Okay. We do have dialogue for the interior. You weren't always a spy. There was a time you were like.
Well,
Achilles.
put it in the private. Let's do it.
All right. It's just a few lines. It's not
But
bad.
you get to be Matsumoto.
Okay, great. I like him.
Okay. I like him too. He's the hero.
Yeah. I don't like what happens to him.
Yeah. We're printing out the dialogue, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize.
You don't have
for
a
the
lot of
wait.
words.
Yeah, I know. It's great. But don't I get to say, I get the final
Yes.
word.
Yeah, you get the last words. Yeah. You weren't always a spy. There was a time you were like Achilles, a proud soldier.
Yeah.
We always remain all the people we've been. The oldest man has a child inside him.
Uh-huh.
Somewhere inside you is the real Tex Conway. You haven't lost him yet.
That's right, Matsumoto. And then he puts the gun to his head, but then he pulls it away and shoots Doc. Pew pew! Doc, meet the real Tex Conway.
The only problem, that was great, but the only problem is my slides didn't match because I haven't caught up to that. There it is.
It's fine. Oh, look at him with the gun. That's crazy. That's awesome.
Well, and
Can
I
you
don't
go
know if
back?
I
Can you go back to text two slides? That can you send me that slide? I don't know why I want that slide.
I'm always wondering which slide you're gonna want because you're always like, "Give me that picture." So
Yeah,
that's
I
the one
want
you
that picture. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. Like, look at it. It's crazy cool.
It is. Well, and meanwhile, the doctor is recording all of this on that tape
He does.
He's making for the robot for the new weapon training video.
Did you notice throughout the film that anytime they use a remote control, they always extend like an antenna? Like and I was like, that is so quaint for the time. It's like when people in 1992 start deciding that they're going to use CDs, and it's like the entirety of human history is on this one disc, and it's like, what? Come on. And so I did like that there were still antennas in the technology of the post-apocalyptic robot wars.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Well, with the CDs and Men in Black, they just say, "Oh, they got smaller," and actually, they did end up using smaller
Mini
CDs, but
discs, yeah, but they fell out
yeah,
of favor.
yeah, not for long.
I-
It's more USB sticks and SD cards.
Yes. Sexually transmitted digital cards. Oh, you said SD. I thought you said STD. My mistake.
Yeah. Okay. But there you go. So Conway Tex says that Matsumoto was a spy because he can say whatever he wants because Matsumoto is dead.
Well, and also he shoots him in the forehead and it's like and he killed himself. It's like if I were to, and I'm not gonna, but I'm just saying, would I put the gun to my forehead?
No.
Seems, I guess that's the best way. But you have to use your thumb as opposed to a trigger finger. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you are experiencing any sort of distress, please call. Find out. There's a better way. Don't be like Dr. Matsumoto, who didn't kill himself.
Right. He didn't. He was murdered by Tex.
Yeah. And we have a saying around here. Fuck Tex.
Yeah. Tex is the bad guy all along. So if you wondered why he was such a bigot this whole time.
It's because he was Russian.
Yeah. Not very American at all, was he?
Hardly.
It's now the day of the battle, and just as promised, the spectator stands are empty. And Achilles gets a visit from Athena, and she gives him a present of a tranquilizer to the back.
How did you feel about this fight?
Well, the tranquilizer is why it works. Like they're on even ground now that he's loopy, and she's able to yeah. Even though he's stronger than her, it doesn't matter because with the sedative, she can actually defeat him, and that's pretty clever writing, actually.
I kind of think that she's more like stronger.
I don't know. She's not. It's the sedative.
Well, why would she be genetically engineered if she wasn't going to be?
She's strong. She's stronger than the average woman, but I don't know. Maybe, but I don't think. I don't know.
Like you look at their
I
musculature,
have no evidence of that.
Their height, like I think that they're comparable. She might be a little bit lighter, but she is muscular.
Well, anyway, it makes it believable anyhow. Whichever way you think about it.
Oh, the movie totally makes it believable. I'm not saying that. And also, she's got a great fighting stance. Like she is knowledgeable. And I do enjoy this interaction where it's like, don't come at me, old man. And then Jim Achilles is like, old?
Yeah, that is kind of funny. And
then this is where he's drugged and he's like, don't you know why I came back? And then he forces a kiss upon her.
That's an uncomfortable kiss.
Really? Is it uncomfortable? I guess it is. I suppose it is.
Yeah, he picks the weirdest times to kiss her in this movie. None of them are romantic.
I don't know. If I were having a wrestling match with a lady and I was trying to convince her not to kick my ass, I think I would try and kiss her.
Okay. I guess I didn't think about it that way.
Lady, don't beat me up. I love you. And then she continues to beat me up.
Well, and that's what happens in this movie. She knees him in the gonads.
Gonads. I love it when that word shows up.
Yep. And he does overpower her and kiss her, and then she steals the keys so she can steal his robot, and she pulls out all these things. She locks him in his own apartment so she can go be a robot jock.
Rio694 in the chat says, "Afternoon, Anteater and
Hello.
Jill. Hope you are doing well." And also follows up with afternoon to all.
Hello, Rio. Great to see you. Athena is on her way to go beat up Alexander. She in the giant robot suit.
Yeah, it's hijack. It's flat out hijacking.
Yes, she is hijacking the robot suit. It is not hers to man. It was not hers. It was Achilles, but Achilles is passed out in his room.
Well, because of her.
Yeah, because of her. The man who slaps Achilles on the butt every time knows that this is not Achilles because she doesn't like it. She's like offended. And that just happened. Or he knows the shape of Achilles' ass, and when he slaps it, he's like, "That's not Achilles' butt."
I think it's the former. I don't think it's the latter. It's, wait a second, that's not Achilles' bum.
It's one of those two, anyway.
Achilles has more junk in the trunk, and this woman, this bottom, this buttocks. It's not my fault. You brought it up.
I did. No, but I had that thought too. I had that exact thought. Anyway, she fights and hurts others once she's caught so that she hijack the robot. And she's very proud of herself too. She's having the time of her life.
Well, and again, it brings my thoughts back to Khan, Nooney, and Singh. And it's like, I am the superior race.
She does say that too. She eventually does say, "I'm the one who should be here anyway." And
well, she was selected.
Yeah. Achilles finally wakes up and he realizes he's left without any recourse to call because she destroyed his communications. I forgot to mention that earlier. He does have, however, she did not destroy this computer device that he can use to call his car over to him.
Oh, but I love it. Mm-hmm. I think it's so great. It's ingenuity, I say, is that he's like, how do I open the door? Door won't open. All right. How do I call for help? Okay, my communication devices they're not going to work. But I do have my car keys, and it is the future, so I'm going to crash my car into my apartment. And I'm just like, way to go. Way to go. Figure it out, Jim.
Yeah, in the future, you can crash your car into apartment like a drone.
No force fields, no shields.
Yeah. Although they did say that a technician was supposed to show up, and they never do, so they just forget about that. Because he freed himself, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, but, and also,
I always
noticed they call a technician. By the time they call the technician, it would have been too long. But Achilles, he knows how to work robots. His car is a robot. He's a robot jock.
Yes.
You guess?
No,
or
I said
yes. It's been presented on screen.
I said yes.
All right. I don't want to yell. I don't want to fight.
Well, what would we fight about? Anyway, manual overdrive. Oh, that's right. So she's still hijacking.
Yes.
And yeah, he's using his map to find the way. Professor Laplace says there's something wrong with Athena because she was programmed to follow orders. So this is out of the ordinary for her. She's thinking for herself now. And that is appalling to Laplace.
I kind of think that's a thing that she developed through her relationship with Achilles. Is that her breaking of the rules is something that she learned from the greatest current champion.
Yes. Yeah, I think you're right. Athena admits that she put Achilles to sleep. And Laplace says that she's invalidating her work.
Yes.
And Athena works the elevator to get out herself, but Tech stops the elevator.
But then she jumps up and climbs.
Yes, that's right. She has to knock over the walkway so the men can't get to her. Yeah, that's not gonna work. She says something. She has one-liners. It's cute.
Well, in Dr. German Lady, she's like Richard Daystrom. It's like, you are great, I am great.
Oh, you're right. That's not. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. She feels responsible for everything that Athena's doing.
Yes.
But Athena, she's having so much fun. She thinks it's funny as she climbs to the surface and sticks her boot and everywhere she needs to get out of there.
And this is crazy just with the special effects in terms of using the stop motion and the green screen and or however they're doing it. I don't know how they're doing it. So if I'm misrepresenting the special effects, I apologize. I don't know how they did this. And it is like you see a hand come down and a foot come through a window and it's like, holy shit. And there is so much going on in terms of Athena stealing the robot. It's amazing.
Well, we know it's a lot of puppetry because we learned that from that video we saw earlier.
Sure.
And
but when you're watching the movie, it doesn't present itself. You don't think about the special effects when you're engrossed in the story. You're just engrossed in the story.
Although I do think about it when some of the stop motion happens, and it does look like Harryhausen. It really does. But it's good. It's fun. I'm like, this is really, really, really great. And Jameson tries to stop the match because, of course, the wrong contestant is up there. But apparently
And then the referees are like, we don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's not our responsibility. It's up to you to determine the identity of your Robot Jox. And, you got a girl, you got to deal with her. No, they don't say that. That's what Tex would say. Unable to, so they can't stop the fight. So Achilles decides they should actually help her. If she's going to be up there, she better win.
Yes.
And so she learns about her new weapon, which is a blinding device that is hotter than the sun and it'll blind you for 90 seconds.
Brighter, not hotter.
Right. That's what I said.
No, you said hotter.
Oh, I said brighter.
Well, maybe I was just blinded by your attractiveness.
Yeah, I guess so. Pretty sure I said brighter, but anyway.
You didn't.
Yes, I did.
I accept your apology.
We'll play the tape later.
Play the tape back. Play the tape back!
It's many times brighter than the sun.
Yes.
And the trigger is under the sun image. Set the windshield to maximum opacity. Turn the yellow knob all the way to the right. And while that's going on, then we see that scene we saw earlier where Tex is killing Matsumoto because he turned on the recorder just before this confrontation happened.
Yes.
And we get to see it all happen again. It replays for everybody. And Jameson arrests him. And so now we're not, we're all, everybody's aware now that Tex is the spy. And so he decides that he's not going to go to jail. He's going to he's not going to get hung because they say you'll hang for this. And so instead he jumps out of a window or jumps off a scaffolding and says, Geronimo. Okay. What?
I don't know if you have the audio clip, but do you have Goofy with the wah 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 woo woo wee?
I don't know. I know. I'm not getting that.
All right.
But I can do this. Let's see. Here we go. Let me get just a little of this. Oh my goodness. Okay. I caught up.
I thought he was going to eat poison or something, but then he does something more.
I'll see you in hell.
Get it!
I like that it's through the hole that Jim got through. I don't know where the car went, but it was like he broke in through that hole, and then Tex jumps out of the hole that Achilles made.
Yep.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, this is great. And that's the greatest thing that happens until the fight starts.
Well, now it's all, yes. Now it's all just like, how are we going to win this fight? Because don't forget, the fate of Alaska is in the balance.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there he is.
Yes, he fell very far by choice. Good riddance. Later, Tex. I do like, and then it all comes together and it's like, Athena's in charge of the fucking robot. Sorry about the swear. And it's like, we don't have anything to do. And it's like, oh, he's up in the air. And then Achilles says, it's like, yeah, he likes to showboat. Let him burn his fuel. Like, I think this movie is very responsible for most of the mech video game mechanics of every mech game. Now, I know that Mech Warrior and Battletech and all that jazz happened in tabletop games previous to this. But when it comes to the visual, when it comes to the in the moment interactivity of how things work in mechanical humanoid robots, like this is, I think that everyone took from this. And I'm not saying that as a negative. I'm saying that rightly so. This is such a creative giant robot movie without being fanciful. There is a logic to all of this. It is glorious.
Yeah, she actually got off a few good shots, and then she uses the blinders effectively.
Yeah, but Alexander's too good.
Yeah, he powers her, and
he blindly launches into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just jumps and leaps on top of her, and that does her in.
And here it is.
And
While Alexander is on top, there is the hydraulic, continual punch, 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 which I do think that, what's his name? The guy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Firefly and Dollhouse. What's his name?
I'm not sure. You need to. I don't know what you're talking about.
So in Age of Ultron, there is a hydraulic punch, 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 punch. And Tony Stark says to Hulk, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. It's Joss Whedon is who I'm asking about.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. That is the mechanic that is being used in this film. And I do think if it's stolen, if it's borrowed, if it's referenced, I'm fine with all three. I'm just saying that is where this came from.
Yeah. And I would show a video of it, but my video player froze. So, oh, wait, maybe.
Well, play Go to Sleep, Go to Sleep.
I don't have that.
Well, it's...
You already did.
All right. True story.
Yeah. Our video is not working anymore. Oh, well.
We've been silenced by the man.
No, not really, but...
No, I know. I'm just
anyway,
being dramatic.
Achilles tells her to use the bolo saw, which is good. It gets one of his arms off.
Yeah, which is great. It's like a chainsaw, but you wrap it around and then it spins and tears off an arm.
And Achilles to the rescue.
That's an ass.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the ass that guy was waiting for, and he did not get the
America's
ass that he was
ass.
expecting. And he's going to save the day.
Well, and no, the referees get involved at this point, and they're just like, no, you won. We
Well,
give it to the Commonwealth or whatever it is.
Well, before that happens, Athena's knocked unconscious, and oh yeah, you're right. Alexander's won, and all he has to do is nothing. If he just
Yeah.
stayed still and did nothing, he would have won his country, Alaska.
Yes.
But
then he sees that it's Athena and not Achilles. Because Achilles is what Alexander wants.
Exactly. So he hesitates, but not for long. And he's like, oh, well, whatever. And then he lifts his foot. And that's when, like I said, Achilles does come in to intercept and reminds Alex that that he doesn't think that Alex is a coward. So he doesn't think that because Alexander says, I could just crush you like a bug, but Achilles is there to use the robot to challenge him now. And so he's going to accept that challenge. The referees are there to tell Alexander, don't move anymore. You're going to be okay. Just you won. You got to leave the field or be held in contempt. But and so meanwhile, Achilles is helping Athena get out of her suit, and she says she's
Well, he
sorry.
takes the car.
Yeah.
Which still has the battle damage from the crashing through the walls, which is pretty rad. Again, this movie acknowledges the previous battle damage, which I think is great.
True. And he rescues her, but he can't just rescue her. He has to kiss her again. So he picks the worst time to kiss her. It's like she's incapacitated. She's half out of it.
Yeah, you're right. I can't even. I was going to try and bring up romance, but it's like, it doesn't matter. Even if I've had a relationship with someone and then they have a concussion and they've been badly beaten, and I'm like, I'll wake you, Penelope. And then I go and I kiss her, and she's going to wake up and be like, fucking call an ambulance. What are you doing? Why are you Ray?
But luckily they're right there, and he does stop kissing her eventually to pass her along.
Yeah, because he gets caught. I kid. Don't worry about it, Achilles. I know you're doing it out of affection. I don't think you're assaulting anyone.
No,
it's just misplaced affection is what I'm saying.
I'm blaming it on the dystopia.
Well, yeah, no, that makes sense.
The referee says, Alexander, if you don't leave the field this moment, judgment will be given to the market by default. And then Alexander's coach says, don't spoil everything, Alexei. Stop. Don't be fool. We won. Alaska is ours.
And he's like, F off, Silent Bob.
Yeah. Alexander.
I won't be happy until I kill Achilles.
Well, and not just Achilles, he squishes the referee's little car.
He does. He does.
If they didn't jump out of the car, they would have been squished too. And so
yes.
They have to watch that happen. And so that's how he gets disqualified. He defied. And so then Jameson says, Achilles, now you won because Alexander defied the referees. But then Achilles says, nope, the battle's not over. And so he's, they're both hothead testosterone, and they got to finish this fight.
Well, it is gladiatorially ridiculous. But this is a movie filled with big personalities.
Yeah, from this point on, further fighting is illogical, but they're doing it anyway.
Lemon Pie says in the chat, I think I saw Red Letter Media review this movie. They did. They did it on an episode of Best of the Worst. I do not know if it was the best of the worst. I haven't seen it in a long time. I'm kind of impressed with myself. I didn't know that. I was looking that up. I was like, did Red Letter Media review Robot Jox? I did that during the stream.
Let's go to
Mike,
space.
Rich, and
But yeah.
Jay have not influenced my opinion of this film. Just as a disclaimer, I know it is. I feel responsible to say so.
All right. And so Achilles brings the battle to space. Why didn't anyone think of that before? So
No,
it's
but that's
actually kind of serene to be out here in space.
But it's kind of a setup and payoff when Alexander goes and flies for a bit, and you're like, okay, they fly now, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, they do, and they
They can
introduce
achieve
that like
standard orbit.
3 minutes before, and then Achilles goes up, and it's like, okay, all right, but this is where my science fiction nerdery sort of escalates. Did you
Well, it's
notice
wonderful.
anything about the space battle, Jill?
Yes. There's a missile and it hits Achilles. It explodes, but it makes no sound.
Yeah.
Just the way it
Twice.
should be. Yeah.
Like everything. Like, this is so weird. For something so fantastical about this movie, it's like no noise in space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is surprising that they got that right. And most movies they're like, yeah, you know that already, but isn't it fun to hear the explosion? And yeah, it is. Like even Star Trek does it.
Well, again, I want to give a big shout out to Frederick Talgorn. His score. And also, they let the silence sit during the battle in space. And it's like, no, we want you to know there is no sound in space. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's really there's a little music, but it's really serene. It's almost as relaxing as Wall-E until the missile comes out.
Well, even when Achilles goes into space and they do a shot of the Earth from orbit, and there is a little bit of awe, which I appreciate.
But here, Alexander hurts Achilles' right foot, decimating the engine.
The rocket.
It's operating at 10% efficiency.
They do overestimate the temperature of the cockpit throughout the
That would have
re-entry.
killed Jim. That would have killed
he
him.
totally would have died.
He'd be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'd
yeah.
be
He
a
could
baked
not survive
potato.
400 degrees. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
no, I know. And it goes up like it's like cockpit temperature 310 degrees. And I was like, he's dead. Cockpit temperature 350 degrees. He dead. Cockpit temperature 400 degrees. He's so dead.
And he's crispy.
He is extra crispy. And then, you know what? This is also, come on, some of this is laughable. It is a B movie. And so I'm allowed to have fun with it.
Yeah.
I like how they return back to the same arena that they were at in the first place.
Yeah, how did they do that? That is pretty amazing.
I don't know. Fucking science. Whatever. Who cares? Sorry about the swear.
Well, you can swear all you like because now we're getting a transformer.
Oh no, but it works. Remember what I said at the beginning of the movie, and I was like, "Oh no, what's gonna happen? What's going on with those tank treads, those tire treads?" And he transforms back into the thing where I get to see what his calf muscle, like treads work, and it's like, oh, they work. This is amazing. This is so good.
So now he's an all-terrain vehicle.
He is an ATV. Yes.
Apparently,
With
he's also
guns.
difficult to shoot. Alexander seems to be having a hard time shooting him. But when he gets close enough, Alexander just tips him over. Just grabs him. Flip.
Well, and that's, you know what? Like, with his spider droid, like, he does get the best of Achilles. And he does, like, despite the tenacity of Achilles, It's like, no, we beat your robot. But it doesn't matter because the Confederation is already lost. Like at this point, it's just a grudge match between, Rocky and Ivan
and I had
Drago.
no idea that we were gonna get a chainsaw coming from the robot's crotch area here.
I know, right?
Wow.
This is like 7. Chainsaw crotch. I can't believe you brought it up. I would have let it go.
Well, no. How could I ignore it? It's a chainsaw
coming out of the spider dick area.
Yeah, no, I have to mention it. It's in the movie.
It is.
And Achilles releases himself from the union with the robot just in time to not be sliced in half by the penis chainsaw. And
yes.
And Achilles abandons the robot.
After the forcible knife rape. Sorry. That we have to cut.
But but you're talking in context of robotics, so I actually might just leave it there.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch it anymore.
Okay, good. So anyway, he decides to head to the arm that Alexander lost to Athena earlier. And he runs in zigzags to avoid. Alexander's just not good at targeting.
Oh, no, but don't forget, he's kind of relying on computer targeting. And also, if you are, and I've never been in this situation, I've only heard about this theoretically. So if anybody can prove me wrong, please do in the chat. But yeah, run zigzag. Like if you're getting chased by an apex predator, run zigzag. People don't know where you're going, and don't make it predictable. Don't make it a pattern. Just run one way or another. Be absolutely frantic because they won't know what you're doing. And it is good advice.
Yeah. Alexander sure doesn't know what Achilles is doing. Achilles is hot wiring his own fist to launch right at him and destroys Alexander with his own robot fist.
And yeah, that's the best part about Achilles is that he fisted somebody.
Okay. You're
what he did, he used a fist.
Yeah, I suppose so.
It was a legitimate fisting. He used their own fist again.
And he's very proud of himself.
He does go, yeah.
Yeah. But Alexander has survived, so now they're gonna fight each other one-on-one with poles as if they're swords.
Yes, they are going to have a pole fight.
Yeah.
You know what? This is one of those situations where I think it is the most accurate representations of, like, Achilles breaks Alexander's arm, and it's not graphic. It's just like, oh yeah, you broke his arm. And then Alexander fights with his right arm after his left arm is broken. And I think it's true. Like, I think it's a great fight. Look, he is at a disadvantage. And again, I mentioned earlier where they've maintained the wound on Jim's head. And it's like, oh yeah, no, that maintains, that stays for a while. You got to figure that out. And same deal happens in this. He breaks Alexander's arm, and Alexander is debilitated throughout the battle. And it's so funny no, it's not funny. It's admirable to see the difference between a person who is willing to kill their opponent for the sake of killing their opponent and Achilles is he's like, we can stop. We can live. We can stop.
We can both
And
live.
it's yeah.
But
and it's
Alexander
amazing.
says, "We are dead. We are robot jocks." And so
But he goes
Achilles
from yes.
tosses his pole into the air away from them. And then he repeats, "We can live." And so what I get from this is that while inside the robot, Alexander would not respond to this. But now here they are, man to man, looking directly at each other face to face.
Mm-hmm.
And the human equation was put back into the mix here that was lost when they're in the robots.
Mm-hmm.
And he finally convinces Alexander that they don't have to die. And so this is where we get our arena ending.
Well, and we also get a point, like obviously these men have faced each other in giant mech robot suits. And then they have fought with forged metal. And then they have fist fought. And the only weapon that Alexander can grasp is a rock. And he's still willing to kill. And Jim says, we can stop.
Mm. Goodness.
And so it is both. It is a meeting of the two of them as combatants, but also it's a degradation of the weapons that they have to use to kill each other. And I think it's beautiful. I am glad I saw this when I was 10 years old. And then
it's a good message, yeah. They
and
can
then
it's a
it's
Kirk
like,
and Gorn moment. That's what I feel.
Do you want to fight? How bad? How bad?
Mm. And he gives it up. He drops the rock. And they connect.
How?
They salute each other with their. They they do the thumbs up.
I really gotta give it up for the actor who plays Alexander. He does go from murderous rage to appreciation to acceptance and reconciliation. Like it's a weird performance, but I think he does a great job.
Mm. Alexander is played by Paul Koslo.
Well, big up, Paul.
Mm.
And this is the last shot of the movie. I have to go water closet.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing because they have to abandon their robots in order to realize that they could be peaceful. And they rediscover their humanity. And apparently there's supposed to be a sequel where they work together to defeat aliens, but we never get to see that. Because that is never made. And so that is why I kept repeating that one quote that kept going on throughout the movie. It's not over until somebody's defeated. And so this very last scene defies that. Nope, it can be over, and we do not have to defeat each other. And anyway, the territorial dispute was forgotten about already. I think the referees are going to say they both lost. You got to go fight again. I wonder what's going to happen next because they obviously don't want to fight anymore. So, what's the implications of that? I love the fact that they choose life over death, but what's going to happen with Alaska? It's still, I don't want to take away from the ending though. It's a really nice ending. It's always fun to explore how technology might affect warfare, and that's fun in terms of the robots, which they use instead of actual war. And there we are. That's our movie. Let's see. We've got a lot of chat here that I missed because I wanted to get through the movie because it's almost time for me to go. I used to watch this so much as a kid. That was Raul. And then we've got lots of other chats here. Marsden. No, that's a different person. Yeah. Let's see here. Mixed wrestling has unintended and sometimes sexy consequences. Oh yeah, that's exactly what happened in Lemon. You're not wrong. Keeping track of ass shapes keeps security tight. Yeah, right? That guy knew his butts. Achilles looked away at the last moment. Yeah, there's lots of great practical effects in this movie, which make it so much fun to watch. And yeah, they didn't recognize it was Athena, even though she's smaller than him. Has Scotty got his She-Hulk? Yeah, he's got two, but not exactly the one he wanted, but the ones that he needed. The old chainsaw out of the crotch trick. Oh, you know where else I like that? That's also really funny in From Dusk Till Dawn with the little gun. That's right there in the belt buckle. You guys remember that? Does that count for a lotto ticket? I don't know. Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, last time I was in a giant robot fight, I zagged and won. Oh, Gavin, yeah, that is good advice. Yeah, but I'm still not gonna say it. I don't have to edit anything out of this live stream, oddly enough, because we're talking about robots. You can say weird things when you're talking about robots. I don't know why. Hello. Looking for glory in this hole. Hmm. Yeah, there you go, Shrubby. I read it for you. Good to see you. Yeah. Hey. He says, "How are you? How are we?" Oh, I'm doing fine. How are you doing, Shrubby? I saw you made the shrubbery joke. Nice try deleting it. He says to Old Man Bird, and hey, look, it's Herc 130. He says, boop. Hey, it's great to see you. Hope all is well in your world. And Herc 130 says to Old Man Bird, we are in an exercise. Got pulled over at the gate. Full car inspection and personal pat down with ID check. Weather dog squeeze right now, too. Weather is dog squeeze right now, too.
Well, I hope it goes well. And Herc, if you want to hear later on, I can tell you a tale of border crossings of my own.
Oh. Lance says, hey, you know, I interviewed the special effects guy who animated the robots in the movie. Do you remember his name?
Well, Lance, it's so good to see you.
Yeah,
you are a man who would know most about this. That's crazy awesome.
Yeah, if I were going on much longer, I'd send you a link, but I gotta stop this soon. Are you in the Guard now or a civilian Department of War? Although I will send my listeners over to you if they want to hang around and see what you're doing.
I am part of the Canadian Department of War, which means that we just say, sorry, no, sorry.
It's very, very polite. Scotty's stories are the best, says Herc 130. True.
And depends on the time of day.
Oh, okay. And Lance says he's in the middle of something, which is good that's good. Good to be busy. Scotty, did you and Daniel shut down the video store? Uh-oh. That means that we gotta go.
Not yet.
No,
we
they
still
didn't.
are planning on it. We are still planning on it. Daniel's Hot Topics, big shout out. He and I are looking to shut down a video store. He's going to do a shopping spree. I'm going to buy a souvenir. Or at least that's what I understand. We're going to figure it out. Yeah, Cinema One in Stone Road Mall in Guelph, Ontario, Canada, will be closing its doors on the 28th of January. And Daniel and I will be there before that happens.
Yes, that's good. I'm glad you guys are going to visit the store before it closes.
Everyone asks for the Jill meetup, and Daniel's the only one who wants to be a part of the Scotty R37 meetup. Or maybe I want to be the only person who joins the Daniel's Hot Topics meetup.
It sounds like a good time.
I hope so. Like, it's snowy.
Well, what better way to celebrate than to find a movie to stay inside with?
Well, we're going to hole up in the mall as the snowstorm arrives.
Very cool. I would definitely be at the next Scotty meetup, says Lance. Oh, wow.
You're more than welcome. I would adore it. Well, you've had a meetup recently, so yeah, no, I gotta go. I'll go see you. We're all Commonwealth people, aren't we?
DJ Play Nice says, stopping by to say hi and leave a like. Robot Jox in the theater was fun.
I am envious. This is the kind of movie, this and The Last Starfighter, and although I've seen The Rocketeer in theaters, I would love to see The Rocketeer in theaters. Those three movies, I would rent a theater for.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and this was fun. It's not the best movie or anything. It's pretty average actually, but it's got stop motion animation, which I guess we know.
It's got Gary Graham.
Yeah, it's got Gary Graham.
It's got some guy yelling Achilles.
Yeah, we got Jeffrey Hunter. We got robots, lasers.
Not Jeffrey Hunter, Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey Combs. Yeah, Jeffrey Hunter's dead. Sorry.
Yeah, he was long since deceased.
Jeffrey Combs. Jeffrey Combs. He is.
Well, Jeffrey Hunter is a looker.
Star Trek characters. He's been many of them. And it's just a lot of fun. And rest in peace, Gary Graham.
No, rest in rock and roll, Gary Graham.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to, Gary Graham, I'm so sorry that I didn't follow your career. I know you from these two things. I know you as Soval, and I know you as Achilles, and you were amazing in both. And I look forward to seeing you. That's the thing. They're never really gone.
True.
I can still see Gary Graham.
Gary
Graham.
It's never too late to get into his works. Everything
So,
he's
no,
done
this
is
is a
out there.
celebration. Absolutely.
Yeah. And there wasn't, they never did the sequel, but it's all right. We didn't need it. It probably would have been even worse than this. So it's probably good they didn't make it.
They did make it.
They did?
They did.
They made a sequel?
No,
I thought they were
make a
gonna-
sequel. This is the thing. Okay, so Jill, I know you, time is tight. But so Athena goes to jail for commandeering, hijacking a robot.
That makes sense.
Also, then Alexander, he goes to jail for destroying a referee's. Yeah, I know there's a time limit. He destroys a referee's craft. So he's going to jail for violating international law based on the robot, Olympics. Like and then the only person who I can see getting away with it is Jim, because you don't mess around with Jim. But he's the only one, and he's like, and they say, oh, we won because that guy committed an international crime. And he's like, yeah, but I'm going to go mess this guy up. And then when they get to the end of it, it's like, I'm not going to mess you up. We can live. And so apparently there was an idea for a sequel. And the sequel was going to be Alexander and Achilles teaming up.
Fight aliens.
Against aliens, which would have been rad. And, I'm sure that there are comic books or whatever, or if you have the Robot Jox action figures, you can make this happen. But, I think that would have been amazing. You say you want new stories. I say that we need a new Robot Jox. I think we need a trilogy of Robot Jox.
Mm-hmm. Well,
you know who plays Achilles in my version?
Oh, yes, I do. John Hamm.
John Hamm.
So Jeffrey S. Farley is the man who animates this movie. Does a great job, and I'm going to put the link to that interview in the chat here.
You know who plays Athena?
I don't
Tatiana Maslany.
Oh. I don't know if I should have been able to guess that. And
no, that's why I said. That's why I just told you.
Thanks for not making it a trivia. And it was fun. Thanks
it's
for
great.
Yeah,
what
because
do you
we don't
it?
get a lot of yeah, it's 7 out of 10.
See, when we started the stream, you said 6.
I did, but I think I like it more now that we're done reviewing it.
Nice.
Because sometimes I think I rate things lower because I take them too seriously. And you can't take this movie seriously at all. It's just good 80s fun.
It is good 80s fun. Yes.
And
I'm glad to share it with you.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Thank you. At first I thought I was not going to like it, but then I did. So it did have a change for me. And it's, I don't know, it's cheesy and ridiculous. Go watch it. See for yourself.
Yeah. Yes. It's only 90 minutes. It'll make you feel good.
Mm-hmm. And I guess we'll see you later. I gotta go, but let's see. Who's streaming right now? I gotta send us over to somebody. Oh, Deej Odyssey is streaming right now. That's great. But also UK Danger Man, I've been supporting him because he's talking about the filth, so I don't have to. And so I'm gonna send you
And
guys
the
over
Outcast Creative is going to be doing something later?
Yeah, he'll be doing. Yeah, definitely check out the Outcast Creative too, and he usually Lance always streams on Tuesday, but I wanted to send people over to a stream that's live now.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. But if we're going to just advertise for people, I want to say subscribe to Cinema Gulp, subscribe to the Phantasmagorian, subscribe to Stark of Iron CEO. Is that what he is?
Yeah, Stark of Iron. And he's also got a new channel called Tower After Hours for his more grown-up content. So he's branching off into other channels.
Grown-up content?
Well,
all right, never mind. I don't care. No, keep going. Just keep going.
Okay. Well, he's, I don't know. He's just having fun.
I guess.
He's doing stuff.
Anytime I do grown-up content, everyone gets all pissy with me. So whatevs.
Mm-hmm. Well, and now let me get this going. Where is it?
And now here's
Customization.
something we hope you really like.
Yes. So I'm gonna send you guys to UK Danger Man.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, he always likes when I do that. So let's do that.
Give him a go.
And thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks, Scotty, for showing me this movie. I had fun.
I don't think it was my choice.
Yes, it was.
Really?
Oh,
I thought
but
someone from the audience. I thought someone
No,
from
you-
the chat told you.
Actually, you told me a long time ago about this movie, and you were very excited about it. And you're like, "You got to see this movie." And finally, my brain said, "You know, we gotta." It came back up, and I wanted to watch it. So it was my choice, actually.
So we can blame you if this gets no views.
Yes, this gets No, who cares? We had a good time talking about it, right?
It was a fun
You know,
time.
it would be just like this movie. We got we overspent. I spent too much time on this live stream, and we got lower views than expected. Just like the movie got lower box
Exactly.
revenue
So
than expected.
So if you're watching this in 5 years, this live stream has become incredibly popular.
Yes. Right,
This
right.
is a
When it
cult
came out
classic.
but it just had to come out on video cassette first.
And don't forget, if you watch this in the rerun, you will see a bum.
Take care, all, says Rio. Yeah, have a great rest of your day, Scotty, and Rio, and Shrubby, Herc 130, and ZT. Didn't he do Demolition Man? Who did? Oh, Jeffrey S. Farley. And yeah, so definitely check out that interview. All of the interviews at Lance's channel. If you're not subscribed, you're doing yourself a disservice by not subscribing. Lance's channel is so fun. And everybody who's here, usually I do this. I can pop out the top fans. We can see who was here. Nim, Ben from Cinema Gulp, Raul Julia, Herc 130, Brogu, at Matt G, Gorilla's Random Thoughts, Real Wade, Nation Gaming, Lance from the Outcast Creative, Shrubby, 1989. Oh, that's when this movie was released. Rio, Joe's Atmosphere, DJ Play Nice, Lemon Pie, Kimberly Ann Hart, Jet Sparks, Max Redstone at number 5, Canadian Spider-Man number 4, Gavin Blackburn number 3. Number 2 was NZT, not Z3PO. And number 1's Old Man Bert. Wait a minute. Did I miss something? No, I didn't. Okay, just checking. But wow. Great.
Can I just say one thing before we leave?
I'm just super happy with everybody who contributed to the conversation. And Scotty, you may say one thing before we leave.
Achilles!
Learn all that is learnable. And the ways our differences combine to create meaning and beauty.
It has always been easier to destroy than to create.
May we together become greater than the sum of both of us.
Well, now you have something new to think about. Carry on.
I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
Don't be mean. We don't have to be mean. Because, remember, no matter where you go, there you are.
See you later, alligator.